Cool Days Radio.
All these women together, like I single-handedly asked you guys to come, and you guys came and were on time, and it's amazing to have black women come together and not ask who's gonna be there.
Oh, really?
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody
we didn't.
I didn't mean that. Yeah. Right. Everybody was like, hey, started talking. You know, the mimosas weren't even settled in. And you guys were, you know, having a good time already. So I really appreciate that because that means a lot, you know, nowadays. And, you know, we're grown. And it seems like everybody is learning their space.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a big
problem. And as a mom, you have to know your space because you're raising these boys or you're raising these girls and they're looking up to us like they can't do shit without us.
Sure can.
Literally, it's the scariest thing in the world. Like, it's so scary. So, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about your platforms. Just talk. Yeah. And the first subject I want to talk about is dating. I'm just going to go into that one first. Okay, go ahead and take your sip.
Whole lot of size.
So yeah, we're just gonna talk about that first. All right,
it's bullshit.
Facts. So, like I said, let's get straight to it. Is anybody going out on Valentine's Day?
Yes. No.
I have a Galentine.
You have a Galentine?
Galentine's. We're going out as a group. I don't have Valentine's Day yet, but if you're listening. Saturday.
Facts. Brittany is very beautiful. Long hair, nice and natural. Nice glow to her.
Skin popping.
So, hit us up 240-720-5105.
The lines are open.
The lines are open. So I should have made this dang. Missed it. I won't be available next week though. So no show next week. Okay, so you have a Galentine. Tell me about that. What are y'all doing?
So next week, my daughter, so she's in daycare, and they actually set it up so the parents can go out on Friday. So
that's
nice. For free, no extra charge.
Oh, that's nice.
If you live in the Germantown area,
nobody.
So I actually have 2 Valentine's days. So a group of friends, we're actually gonna go out after work and have dinner and dress up. And even Aisha, I know she told me that today, actually, her and her sacred circle, they're going out, and their theme is Sex in the City. So I think that's.
I love that. Are you a character or?
No.
Because I give a nice amount.
No, it's just a theme.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. What is sacred circle? If you don't mind, it sounds sacred. I'm sorry.
Really? One of my friends put it together. It's going to be our 4th year as friends. It's 7 of us.
Yes.
And, we get together monthly. Some of us are moms, some aren't, and we just come together just like this. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I love it.
That's a dope name. I'm so mad I didn't think of it. But
there could be more than
that's
one.
dope. No, that's
exactly.
We can do another chapter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that. That's dope. Okay, so you have Galentine's. What are you doing? You said nothing? Tiana. Okay.
Do a pamper day.
I got it.
I don't want to talk about it.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
I'm single.
Sacred circle. Okay. Got it. After the show. All right, Liz, you're married.
Yes.
Got it. So is Ashley. First of all, shout out to y'all being married in 2020 because I mean, I never thought I was gonna get married, even though please don't go there. Just never. That was never really my thing. Right. I was always thinking I was gonna do some Sex in the City type shit, like be in a city and be free when I have a kid.
Free. That's the word.
Free. Fact. So I'm no longer free, but I mean it's a good space. Right. As a married woman, how do you keep up with like these holidays, especially like the love holidays? Because every day is supposed to be Valentine's Day and all that stuff.
First of all, I mean, for the most part, we still celebrate. You know, we still do stuff on Valentine's Day, but like we do stuff around that as well.
Got it.
We have to keep that.
Absolutely.
Obviously, you know, keep it going and hang out and go on dates regularly.
Yes.
So when it does come around, we can miss that day because we are thinking like, look, everybody's gonna be at the restaurant. Right.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's gonna be out. We don't want to deal with that crowd, so we may not do something on that day, but we'll plan something around it, or we might just get each other a cupcake, or I don't know.
That's fine. No, that's absolutely fine.
Be extra after a certain, you know.
Yeah. How long have you guys been married?
Oh my gosh! So we're going on 5 years.
Wow.
Legally married, but we've been together over 14.
Jesus Christ! So.
She said 1-4.
Right. Regardless, there was a teen in there. right, so
so we've been together for
how long have you guys known each other?
Well, we've known each other all our lives, so
Right.
we grew up
Okay.
around each other, but we didn't start dating until I was at Morgan, and I was,
Okay,
I was
shout out
like
to
18,
Morgan.
19 around there, so yeah.
You better find a man. Is he African?
Yeah, he's Syrian.
Oh, God is good. My mom would.
Well, he's the Americanized version.
Of course, no. We'll
He was
definitely
born
get into
here,
that.
But it's in there.
Yeah, no, but that's definitely a plus because
It is.
not that I mean, shout out to American because I have a boyfriend that's American. 'Cause
Yo,
I'm
about the
tripping.
slander Salon
I love
right
to
quick.
try it.
Stop
No,
playing.
I was about to go for it.
Yeah, alright.
No, don't.
Uh-huh. So I was just gonna go into it. Okay, no, it's
I get what you're saying. Though.
yeah, as far as
get what you're
you
saying.
wanting to date somebody in your culture that
course.
they understand,
Yeah.
even if you are Americanized, like
Yes,
you
but
still,
you understand the culture.
Yeah, you still understand the
understand
stuff that goes
goes
along
on.
with your mom, your
Very
dad,
much
culture
so.
and stuff like
Yes.
that. That's dope.
Yeah.
I tried it. No, it
I
just
don't.
doesn't.
I don't blame you.
Wait, what
I've
was
been
wrong
around
with it?
like
There's nothing wrong. It's just like
they're like,
okay, it's a beautiful thing. Yes, we can talk in our language and
Yeah.
we can understand the different backgrounds and stuff like that. But if you don't match me,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
how are we even? I'm not about to just sit
Yeah.
there. Like, that's whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a lot. Period. Like, I'm a lot.
by
So-
myself.
Right, I'm a lot. So, okay, Ashley, as far as you, how long have you been married?
5 years this year as well.
wow.
Yeah, so we technically just celebrated our 4th year of marriage in December. So technically it just started.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Same
but
boat.
yeah, we've been
Okay.
together for 6 years, going on 7 years. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you meet
Long time.
him?
Norfolk State.
Oh, wow, you went to Norfolk
Norfolk
State?
State, yeah.
Oh, wow. Cheers to that.
Listen,
That's good.
but it didn't
That's lit.
start in Norfolk State, you know.
Oh, it didn't?
No, not until we graduated, came back home. So,
Yeah, 'cause-
and it was
'cause
perfect. 'cause
it'd be
I-
trash sometimes,
No,
man.
it would not have worked.
Undergrad is scary. Like, very scary. But shout no shade.
Dang.
It's no shade. No, shout out to Norfolk State. I'll see you at homecoming. But yeah, no. All right. So with Valentine's Day coming up, do you feel like it's like pressure to have a guy? And because honestly, like that's the time where everybody's doing the most. Like they're doing
Are
the
they
most.
still doing the most?
Yeah.
though?
Yeah,
They're
they
still doing the
are.
most.
I mean, I'm doing the
Social
most,
media makes it work.
but
Yeah,
I'm
social
doing the most on the low.
Yeah.
But like as far as like social media and stuff, like oh look what I got a bed and it's all on the bed, like it's in a hotel. It's like
Switch up this year.
I got you.
Here.
like let's change it. Let's change the like let's do something else like an activity. Like I had a friend like hit me up and she was like, "What should I do?" First of all, I haven't been in a relationship for 4 years, so I don't know, sis. But because all right, we're on the same page. All right, but you know what I'm saying? Like the normal like dinner and stuff. I don't like doing that. I don't like if I'm now that I'm in a relationship. I can do that because I can talk to you about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
before, if I'm trying to get to know you, I'm not trying to sit down because that does not promote conversation.
I got
We're
you.
not doing
I got
anything
you.
fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
whack.
I
Like,
get you.
you know what I'm saying?
do.
Like,
I
and
do.
then nowadays, people are so addicted to their phones that that's what the date is.
Ends up being.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's whack.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you are going out for Valentine's Day and they ask you what you're gonna do, legit tell them if you are dating a guy to tell them what you want to do.
Yeah.
because
I agree.
Because women
Even
do
now.
want
Well, you'll be
guys to,
disappointed.
Yeah.
honey.
Yeah.
Because no shade, just
Yeah.
take it in.
Tell God thank you.
Amen.
We're not mind readers, but
Right?
No, yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you.
That's a big thing.
I actually have a different experience.
Okay, let's go for it.
I'm
Uh-huh.
more of the, chill. Let's see where it goes. I'm open.
I'm open. I'm sporadic like that too.
different. Like he
Really?
will plan out everything.
Oh,
Like,
That's lit.
Oh.
So to be
Yeah.
honest, that's how I knew he was for
Yeah.
me because
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
just like, all
Yeah.
right, let's just
Yeah.
go with it. I
Yeah.
don't care, whatever. And he's like, I bet, meet me here, or I'm picking
Right.
you up at this time.
Oh,
Right.
he's
This.
spontaneous.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, yeah.
That's good.
He rock with you heavy. He
I
rock
didn't
with you
have
heavy.
to try to figure it out. Like he did all the work for me.
Yeah. Right.
So it made it easy for me to just be.
Right.
And that, listen, ladies, it's the most
It is.
I bet.
It is.
Because you're back to the mom situation because
We
how
have
does
a thousand
it work
things.
as
I'm
that
sorry.
dynamic?
Oh,
like
it's
sorry.
beautiful because naturally, as a woman, anyway, we're used to doing a million
Naturally.
things
A million
and
things.
handling everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it feels good to not have to do that part too.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
I have my moments when I'm like, oh babe, I surprise you with something, and I'll do that, whatever. But to be honest, he's way better at being romantic
Oh,
than
that's
I am.
good.
I'm
Let me tell you
not
something.
that type of female. I'm not mushy. I don't like all that
Really?
stuff. So, at all.
I'm mushy.
cute.
I'm mushy.
Let me tell you, I am the mushy one.
Mushy.
Right?
That's good. See, they have a
I am
balance
mushy.
though.
Yeah, that's a good
They have a balance.
balance.
It's finding a balance.
Because I don't like that
Yeah,
stuff.
because I'm
Yeah.
ready to be on you. Like, hey,
I'm on your lap.
what's up? I need you now.
Right.
I'm
I feel
lonely.
that.
But yeah, that's dope. How about?
So the crazy thing, so yeah, I was gonna tell you to piggyback off of that.
Facts.
After you've been with someone so long, like I think that's one of the things like that's kind of beautiful is like y'all start to kind of rub off on each other.
Yeah.
So for me, I am the mushy one
Yeah.
that plans stuff. Every year he gets a surprise. He doesn't know what it's gonna be for, mostly for his birthday, not Valentine's Day, but his
Right,
birthday.
exactly.
So everybody kind of knew me for like, Liz, what you gonna do? Because I was extra with it, right? And I plan and I do this whole
When's your
scavenger hunt
birthday?
thing or whatever. My birthday is in May 13th.
Was that a
Taurus.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's like the, I don't know, he's sporadic, right? When he wants to plan though, he plans. He's better at planning like trips and
Yes.
When's his birthday?
and then he's in November 22nd.
He's a Scorpio?
No, he's Sag.
Oh,
Yes, but he's
Lord, I
like
can't.
he's the planner when it comes to like stuff like that, and he knows like what restaurants and this that and so so he does that
Right.
part.
Yeah.
But I was doing the like I'm surprised, like I like to surprise and all this extra stuff, and I'm creative. But over time, I became like sporadic, like I don't know, whatever, I don't really care. Like wherever we go, we can literally just. Where we go, let's just go. And we'll wing it. We
We'll
can
figure it
wing
out.
it. We'll
Right.
figure it
Right.
out.
Because there's a
Now
trust
I'm like
there.
that, right? And
Girl.
then I don't really care.
Listen.
I know it's gonna be lit. I just want to eat. As long as I get my drink,
Facts.
sis is good.
I know that's right.
So yeah,
Shoot. Okay.
that's a fun part.
I'm here for it. All right. No, but I'm really here for it because that trust that you have to have with that significant other.
Right.
Because I can have an attitude sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
If it's
saying?
not
Like,
what I
can
once
have an attitude
did.
sometimes, and I need you to be able to switch that off. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what I like and what I don't
Yes.
like. If you know that I'm lazy, first of all, I hate to plan a trip. Like,
I don't really like to plan.
No,
those.
I'm
I
not
don't
here
like
for it.
those.
Like, I can think of a
For
whole
real, I would
idea
think
of
you were
what
the type.
right? But let me tell you how it is. So I can think of what we can do, the ideas of what we want to do when it comes to actually
coordination.
Girl, hell
Yeah.
no. Absolutely
That's
not. Absolutely
I
not.
got the ideas. No,
Yeah, absolutely not.
I
No.
give you.
I would give you a whole choreography.
So you're the
strategic
Yeah,
one.
right, right. No, I'm not
Shoot.
trying to. Please talk to this person.
Feel
Please,
Yes.
I don't want to talk to nobody. at the front
Yes.
desk.
That's me
I'm
now.
I'm
Like,
not
I
here
don't.
for it because I'm a very creative person. I can be very like a perfectionist type of person. But if there's somebody that can plan, and I found somebody that
Executes
can
my vision.
tell me how to plan and
Yeah.
stuff
Right.
like that, thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
Because I will be late.
Yes.
I won't know where I'm going.
But that's a typical creative. Like you have all the ideas in your mind.
Too many things.
You need
It's
somebody
not-
else
you're
to
not
come
one
in.
track minded. Like it's
Yeah.
like I want to do everything that pops up to me, everything
Yeah.
that's pretty,
A
everything
lot of
that you
creatives
know. What I'm
are
saying,
like
oh, that's
strategic people.
Yeah.
But
I-
we're really
yeah.
bad at
Definitely.
executing.
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
same.
definitely.
or just
I can
following
identify.
through. It's just not even
Damn.
following through because this is awesome, and I'm gonna keep on doing it. The whole follow through. Do not get me wrong.
Nah,
Like,
big
this ain't
facts.
a bad situation.
No.
Nah, this
When
is
it
follow
comes to
through for
your
both of us.
passion, and you know that this is what you want to
That's
do.
true.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
going to go the fuck in. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go in.
Oh, yes.
But when it comes to a little project on the side,
Like
It's like-
Valentine's.
a little side project.
I want to do a Valentine's.
I'm
That's
here
not
on
happening
Friday and
'cause I
the
can't
event is on
execute.
Saturday. It's like, y'all, you want to extend this? How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah,
if
yeah.
it's not your passion,
Yeah.
like, if you know that's not what you want to
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
it's very easy, especially for me being a Libra. Shout out to the day before me. Aisha's one day before me. So I feel like you understand, like, it's just like, if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it.
Very,
I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you up front, like, right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so whatever. I don't care. Don't care. All right. So this is a whole little 180. Yeah. So this is for single ones. Do you find yourself pushing away from dating because of not having extra time?
Yeah. All the
Okay.
time.
So as you guys are creative. I always like the word creative because that's the word of 2020
It is.
and beyond. So being creative, being a mom, being in school, like it's so many things that you have to check off on your list, and then it's like now it's a guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Do you put them last in the situation? Do you find yourself putting them last?
Yeah. But I try to be very intentional. Like, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Myleik Teal.
Yeah.
She has a podcast. She's the founder of Curlbox.
Oh,
And
okay.
she's talking about how
Hey, girl, the curl
she
box.
doesn't have a husband, but she has a partner. But she talked about how that's basically the life she used to live. Like, she was putting dating last, but it came to a point where she was just like, I want to get married. This is what I want. So I have to step it up and start putting it first. I got to make time. I got to schedule days. So I try to do that, but naturally, I enjoy being by myself.
Yeah. Nothing's wrong with that.
It's like, oh, I want a man, but I like my space. So I'm trying to find the balance of, but I'm still that like, well, I'm available in 2 weeks.
Yes, and I was
month,
like, when I say famous, dog, like red carpet famous,
Yeah.
like saying, oh, I can't do this, like I have the show, I have to do this, I have to take Corey somewhere, I have to find something for Corey to do, I need to actually plan, like I had so many excuses, because at that point, it was excuses, like everybody, like a guy would say, all the guys I was dating were trash, sorry.
Damn.
They would say, "Oh, you make time for what you want."
Yes.
That's
very
but
true.
it's so true.
Yeah.
It's so
Very
true.
true, right.
It's so true because I was trash at that. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I wanted to do this so bad, or like make a difference in Corey's life. Like as far as doing things that I didn't have time for a guy. Like,
Oh
but
my
I
gosh, I
but-
use my son as an excuse.
I was about to say, I feel like I
Not-
use my son as a crush too.
I'm like, you know what?
yeah.
I don't have
I'll-
a babysitter. I can't.
I can't
Oh,
do
yeah.
right.
I
Oh
was
my
famous
god,
for
that's
that.
my favorite.
That's my
Yeah,
I was famous for
Yeah.
that
That's my
until
favorite line. But if I like, if I really,
Dog.
yeah, you there.
Oh,
You
I
make it
finally-
happen.
Like, mom, can
I
you
finally-
help me?
yes.
Yeah.
Like, I need, I need.
Yeah.
You know what my
nothing.
problem was? I couldn't make that excuse anymore because I publicly told people that Corey was in Florida.
Oh.
So it was a
Messed
problem.
up.
Yeah, it was a whole
So
problem.
what excuses did you come up with, if any?
I didn't make any excuses anymore.
You just
Oh,
said,
you
I don't
did.
want it.
I guess
Yeah,
I
I was
gotta
like,
get
nah. And then I turned savage for a little while, where it was just like, I don't want to talk
not
to you
interested.
because of this, that, and the third.
And
you
just
know
let
what I'm
them
saying?
know.
Yeah.
Self-sabotage. You self-sabotage.
I mean,
No, I did.
Yeah.
I did. No,
Yeah.
one person I
Yeah.
did. My boyfriend now.
Yeah.
I almost self-sabotaged like a
OC.
mug. Like, it was so bad.
I'm gonna put you out there, OC. Almost messed up.
It was so bad. So I'm gonna explain it. Shout out to you.
Yes.
But so we were talking. Okay. So I discovered when I was at a boot camp, right? So working out, I was like, I want him. You know, when you see somebody, whatever.
yeah.
Mind you, I didn't have no
That
makeup
one.
on and nothing. I was looking trash.
Yeah.
So I was just like, honestly. So saw him, made eye contact. He said hi to me first. I love that because I'm always the person that has to say something first because it's always a stigma of she thinks that she might she looks a certain way so she's not approachable. Yeah, facts. So you know what I'm saying. So we talked and stuff. Found him on Instagram and started talking to him, all that stuff. When we went out, I thought that he was too nice.
It's always a nice one.
I need one of those sounds.
Marry him.
Yeah,
Marry him. He's
I
nice.
thought he was
You
too
gonna marry him.
nice. Like,
I'm gonna use that on as a sample.
So, I thought he was too nice. I thought he was like too good for me. You know what I'm saying? That was in my head, yes, because I felt like at that moment I didn't have everything that I wanted. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, my mentality was, if I can't bring everything to the table or half of the stuff that I want to bring to the table, because I mean, you can bring sex, you can bring, looks, like, you can look like that person, but if you're not 100% or, a certain percent, then nah. That was my mentality. All right, so we were talking for like a year. Well, he was like very persistent for a year. I was dating. He knew I was dating. I don't know what he was doing. I'm pretty sure he was doing whatever he was doing. So, I was getting kind of I want to say bored, but I wasn't. I just kind of thought that he was just too nice. I kept on saying that to Denzel. Like, I'm like, I don't know what it is about him. Like, I don't know about him. He wasn't showing himself to me or anything like that. Like, he was just like, okay, he would pay for things. We would go out. We would do whatever.
I totally get that. I can understand that.
We were doing everything, but that's not the type of person I am. I don't care what you have.
Right.
As far as money, it's always a great thing to have, you know, the financial standing, or you do whatever I want to do.
Right.
But I'm the type of person, I want to get into you.
Yes.
Like, I want to know who am I talking to,
Facts.
who, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, who the
I need
F
your
are
soul.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need your entire soul. Okay?
Yes.
You want a soul talk.
Yeah.
Honestly, my soul talk.
Bruh.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? I need to know everything. And you know, luckily he has a daughter, and like him and my daughter are the same age.
Right.
That's
That's nice.
Is that for me?
Yeah. He's like, he's done with you.
I love him.
You're tripping,
I love
baby.
him so much. Okay, so luckily they were the same age, so we did stuff with our daughters and stuff. So that was the common, you know,
That's
denominator
nice.
and all of that things.
Yeah.
But I still was not convinced because I need that attachment. I need that soul attachment. So after a year, I kind of broke things off because I'm like, there's nothing that I can do here, right? So we came back together at Broccoli City Fest. Shout out to Broccoli City. Came back together and we started learning each other. Like I literally was like, yo, I don't know you.
There you go.
And then you have to really like say stuff like
Yes,
that
yes.
and be intentional.
Yes.
So he slowly started to like tell me things, but it wasn't enough because it wasn't everything. Like it wasn't enough to make me be like, all right, he's a real nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I'm still thinking you know, you too
playing
nice.
I
Like
got
who
you.
are you? So
Little
it was-
balance.
for the video. So it was one time that we were supposed to go somewhere and I kind of just didn't go because the day before it was our 10-year reunion. I was drunk. Okay, I was very drunk, high school. So honey, done. So I was done. We were supposed to go to church the next day. He decided we should go to church.
Sorry.
Yeah, he was like
He was right.
Yeah, he was right. He was right. We needed to go to church because I was going through a lot of shit. Like I was going through some baby daddy shit. My dad had died last year. It was just like a lot of stressful things that happened. You know what I'm saying? And he was there for everything. Like it was so weird now that I look back. He was there for everything. And he was like, we need to go to church. So I'm like, all right. So I went to the reunion, got fucked up, and could not. Sorry, mommy. And could not move the next day. That's how Blair gets down at this point because they got money now. Everybody got money, so you can drink. So you know, I hit him up once and just like ignored it. So he got mad at that because I felt like he thought that I was ignoring who he was, like assassinating his character, right? So he had texted me on Wednesday when we used to do our show. He's like, "This is the last time you're gonna hear from me."
Straight like
He wasn't put that pressure on. He wasn't playing. He put that pressure
So
on.
I'm telling Denzel or whatever. I'm like, I don't even care. Like I'm like, you know what I texted
She was
him back?
figuring. She was
right. You know what I
big
texted him
figuring.
back? I said, thank you so much for everything. God bless you. Whatever.
Petty.
So
Petty.
So it wasn't petty though.
That was a week.
We didn't make it to church. I was right. So I skipped the
She
Lord.
gonna use the
I'm so
Lord in
sorry.
that text.
Right.
Wow.
Right. I skipped the Lord and put him
On
in
the
the
wrong
text
day.
message.
Terrible.
Facts. So, you know, I said, God bless you. Whatever. You know, I'm thinking that's the way to leave.
Amicable.
Because just in case there's another
Bruh.
Broccoli City and we meet again,
Listen,
you can't say that I was fucked up. Like, I wanted to say F you, but at the same time, I'm not that type of person to drama. I don't care about it. So I thought it was over. Like, I'm sick. And this is right before a show. Like, I'm doing the show sick. Like, I'm sick. And I'm, like, now realizing that I have feelings for him. I don't know why, but I have feelings for him. So, thank God, on my way back to the show, like, leaving the show, because it's an hour drive, he calls me up, and he was just like, I just want you to know that you can't play me. And I said, all right.
Listen,
So
I'm here for it.
He's
I
a
like
Leo.
him.
This
is a good Leo. Wait, what is
What is his new horizon?
What is his moon and rising?
Girl, I'll tell you when I find out. Because
I'm like
a different
birthday. I don't know about him rising. I don't know about him rising, girl. But yeah, I don't know.
Go ahead.
I'll find it out. But yeah, so at that moment, because he showed that he really was about something, that's when it clicked.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? He had to show me that he cared. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had to show me his soul.
Yeah.
So in that moment, I realized that that's when I
Girl,
wanted
he just
to.
got about it with you.
That was it. That's it.
Yeah, cause she doing a whole lot of rapping. I think she just needed some resistance. Like she needed to be checked. That's all it is.
Show
Yeah,
me.
Yeah.
that's all it was.
That's all it was. Like,
She didn't want nobody sweet.
I don't want
gotta
anybody
be all
because
that
I can walk over anybody.
Yeah.
Like, who
Feel
wants
that.
to walk over anybody? That's dumb. Like, I need
Yeah.
somebody to tell me, no, you look stupid.
Give me
He did
just a
exactly
little
that.
balance it
At
out.
the end of the day, I'm very indecisive.
you.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to make a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Shoot.
yes, like legit though. Like, I'm very indecisive. Like, it took me a little while to think that I wanted pineapple in the mimosa.
I
You know
know.
what I'm saying?
It was
So,
a great choice.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot for me. So I need somebody that is strong-willed and can handle it.
Yeah.
Brittany, what type of guy do you think that you need?
First of all, I'm so proud of you because I remember we were talking
Girl.
about him, and I was like, you need to just calm down and let somebody love you because I know how you are.
Yeah, I don't like
She's
people that
so
way, man.
stubborn. And the next week she was like, I'm in a relationship. I was like, okay. So
I'm here. That came out the cut for me too.
It came out the cut for
I was just like,
everybody
okay.
because
Yeah.
it came.
Yeah.
It was legit the moon. Whatever the rising.
Chill.
That's legit what it was, and because I had to really was like, yo, just try it.
Yeah.
Just try it, because
Yeah.
you get scared
good.
having like a baby daddy situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't love them anymore. Sorry, but it's like you don't want to feel like that again.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
go back. Because you're not going to
Okay.
stay back. What kind of guy do you like?
What I was gonna say is I need somebody that can lead me because as a single mom, I'm always in control of everything.
Facts.
I'm holding everything
Facts.
down.
That's how I feel.
I'm
Facts.
always being superwoman, so I need somebody that can lead me. I also I'm a psych major and I'm
Me too.
very emotional, so I need somebody that can answer all the hard questions. Like I was dating people and I'm asking all these hard questions. I'm like, why are we talking about this? Then I met somebody that told me that I wasn't vulnerable, and I was like, wait. That's when I was like, oh, I like you.
Right. How are you?
Hi.
Yeah, so I definitely need somebody that can lead, that can check me, that can have those hard conversations.
Yeah.
I need to be mentally stimulated. I need to be
Oh.
stimulated.
Mental
I think people really
stimulation.
downplay sex in a relationship.
Some people do.
Downplay sex in a relationship.
Yeah,
a lot of females do. I don't know if the men
cannot.
do.
Oh, men don't.
But a lot of
Honestly.
females do.
No, we can't.
Especially as
Child.
moms,
We
guys.
can't downplay it.
We
Yeah.
can't. You
No.
guys-
I
not every
refuse.
now and then.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother conversation.
That's
Especially
stupid.
when you're married. That's a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah.
Listen,
Come on.
Yeah.
you need to up the game, okay?
Facts. Because
Hello?
you're together forever.
Listen,
Keep it
unless
together.
somebody dies.
That's a whole nother question too. All right, so okay, so these days everybody's a little free with whatever they do, very free sexually and everything. All right, would you date somebody or get
Pause.
into a-
So
okay.
sorry.
Got it.
Child.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Kyla,
daughter.
you might want to go upstairs
Go
real quick.
upstairs and draw,
I
okay?
started that.
Yeah.
My bad.
I'm sorry. My bad, y'all.
bad.
Yes,
I'm
mom.
sorry.
Yes, my child is not
She
here.
be
I
here
had no
cussing,
radar.
gangster rap,
Sorry.
Forgot
twerking.
she was over there.
Not
Very
sex.
We
quiet.
didn't get that deep.
Yep, we didn't get that deep
You was
yet.
on point.
Oh, you can just go upstairs.
This right
and-
at the table, right outside the door. You can't miss it.
All right.
Can't
Thank
do
you,
it.
my love.
There we go.
Mwah, mwah.
That's
Kisses,
real
kisses.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're back. Wait,
Yeah.
no,
We
wait.
talk
Close the
about
door.
sex now,
Yeah.
but
Listening to
she,
it
I don't know
upstairs?
where we're going with
He's not
this.
listening to it
So.
upstairs, is he?
No, he's
All right.
not home.
Okay.
Okay, bet.
Let
All
me
right.
make sure.
Facts.
Please,
Yeah.
I
It's
beg.
gonna be like,
So when he comes back down, we'll just get back to that.
Okay, I'm sorry, girl.
No, you're fine. No,
Yeah.
no. I just want to make sure that
So we
she's not
can
listening
really just
upstairs. Yeah,
talk.
no, let's rip it open. Okay, so seeing so that we're like such a free like state, women are doing whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Would you get into a relationship before having the sex?
No, absolutely not.
Knowing
I actually just had a situation like that.
Really?
let us know.
I'll be honest.
Me.
So, I'm dating now, and
Right.
it's going great. Definitely to calm to my storm.
Yes.
But I was definitely like, I need to see what that's like before I commit.
Honestly.
And that's honest. I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I'm going to be dishonest. I'm going to do something that I'm going to regret because I'm impulsive. I know that about myself.
Yes.
So I said, let me see, do a little,
Right.
do a trial and error, and he's a champion.
Take a little dip in the pool.
Shout out to
Shout out to you, my guy.
You don't use champion with just anybody. She said champion.
I love it. I get it.
You gotta see.
No, you have to.
You have to.
I don't know. I mean,
You have to.
I'm sorry. I mean, you just. I feel like you have to.
But is that
because it's-
enough? Though? Is that enough for you?
No,
No, it's not enough. But
Yeah.
I just
that's
need to
a
know
part
that
of the
that's
E
not
and the
enough.
A and the O.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry. No, I'm just saying because
Sex
we are
is
creative.
important.
Because I use that like a lot. Like in your mind, it's always spinning. You know what I'm saying? You're always thinking about some other shit, whatever. There's some people that are like they use what's the other side? There's two sides to your brains, right?
Left brain, right brain,
right.
analytical, mathematical.
I'm like,
All that.
I'm like frontal lobe.
I know ventricle.
You should know this, and psychology knows. Yeah. Temporal lobe.
Right, temporal lobe. Right, Brittany. I don't know if you're gonna
All that.
Well, I can't get specific. Yeah.
It's your time.
No.
But anyway, I'll give you notes next time. I was legit looking for you to answer something. All right, no. But I'm gonna skip past that. So, in my mind, there's a lot of stuff that's always happening, and I need to be sexually stimulated.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
honestly, like if you need me to be your friend, your companion, be there, not look at anybody like Moesha did in the beginning of the show. You know, when her dad was just like look the other way. I need there to be some type of stimulation, and that's a lot of a stress reliever as well.
Yes, it is.
Because
Yes, go.
it's a lot. Like it really is a lot.
It
So
is.
I believe that I need to find that out before I am committed to you, because I'm not fully committed to you because my body is not there.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
And I just love where we're at now in this day and age where like women can like speak up about that.
Right.
Free.
Right.
Really?
No, absolutely.
Say
No.
what I want and not feel like your ego about to be on some other stuff and
And women
or
are
vice
asking for what they
versa
want,
because
and
I
that's
told
right.
you
Yeah.
how I felt about something.
Yeah.
I'm here
That's a
for it.
blessing.
So I always forget that this is a radio show and we need music in between. So we're going to take a quick break.
That's cool because I need to
shortly.
re-up anyway.
Right, we need to like re-up.
Yeah.
So
Season time.
this is Free Talk. This is Mommies Need Mimosas. I'm so here for it because it started off so well. Y'all doing good?
Yes.
All right, that was a warm-up. This is Free Talk.
School Days Radio. School Days Radio.
So once again, this is Free Talk with Moyatu and Denzel, and once again, this is Mommies Need Mimosas. So we warmed up the conversation with a lot of stuff. As far as wow, a lot. We ended on a good note, and I wanted to bring one more topic with the dating, and then go into my next, topic. So have any of you guys dated guys with kids?
Yes.
Do you? I need all these.
You had to try at
snippets.
least once. I don't even know.
You gotta try it
At least
once.
once.
Right.
Yeah.
You have
Once, yeah.
once. No, that is not. Yeah, I never really. I never really wanted to date somebody with kids. Like, no shade. I'm not really a kids kind of girl.
Me neither.
Yeah, I'm not. Not that I don't like. Like, I like my friends' kids
Yeah.
and like my
like
family
mine.
kids.
My husband's that way.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm not really a
He
kid
like-
person.
yeah.
Like if somebody's like there's a kid somewhere in there, yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, yo, shut that baby up. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
sometimes I think that you need somebody that probably does have kids or understands like your kids, because like how do you introduce your kid to somebody that is not their dad, like that doesn't understand?
So I've only done it once.
You done it once?
Just once.
I've
Is
done
that
it once,
current?
too.
Never done that.
No.
It's in the past. And it was Sada's best friend's dad. So we met at a birthday party.
Oh, so you guys
Yeah.
knew of each other?
Yeah, we were
No, we
best
just met at the
friends,
birthday
so.
party. And then from there.
Oh, you was meeting guys' birthday
The
party.
dads be at the birthday party.
at the
I
party.
guess that's the new spot, moms.
The birthday
Meet a
party.
man at a birthday party. Okay, shout out to girl dads.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So you said it was one time, Courtney, that you did it.
Yes, and it was good for what it was, but we were also friends. Like we grew up together, so
Okay.
I felt okay,
Comfortable.
with that. But he's never met anybody else that I've ever dated.
So how long have you been talking to
This current
that you feel like
couple of months now, but we went
Okay.
to college together.
Got
And
it.
he just kind of studied me and watched me, and Slid in my DM.
Oh, okay. That's a cute look.
That's
a real cute look.
Take notes.
Okay. You know, it's a new day.
Yeah.
It is. Shoot. That's how I did it. Okay, but when do you think is a good time to introduce your kid? Because I did it like as a play date. Like, but you know what I'm saying?
That's
to kind
smart.
of, yeah, to kind of bring them. But if you don't have a guy that has a
and
kid.
he doesn't have a kid.
You know what I'm saying?
Your guy has a kid, right?
Right.
Okay.
So it's like but at that time, it was kind of, I was on some little, I don't know.
We've all been there.
Right.
I was going with the flow type.
Nah, it wasn't that. I really wanted to see who I remember I told you I was trying to see who he was. So I'm like, all right, let's bring the kids where you're more vulnerable, you know, so I can see who you are. You know, very good with kids, whatever. You know, so it wasn't weird. It wasn't like, I'm like, this is my boyfriend, Corey. Say hi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's how
say
I'm
hi
feeling,
to
that's
Mr.
weird.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
awkward.
it's weird. And when is the right time to do that?
I can't talk.
Right.
So I'll talk on it, even though that's not my realm.
Talk about it. Absolutely.
Because you think about stuff like this, like you've been together for a long time, and then you have friends who dealt with this, and then you watch shows and you see them, and you're like, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So I have my opinion based off of that. So yeah, I don't think I would. It would take a while before they ever introduce.
Because
like my kids, I'm protected. It's more for them.
Yeah,
Not for him. I tell him I have a kid. There's a kid.
No, you have to. That's a whole other question too that's coming up.
When you get to meet that kid, it's like a whole.
I feel like
yes.
I feel like the kind of guys I've dated or talked to is like they want to be around your child, but they don't want to commit. Or like,
no.
I've had my friend who comes to my house. He'll come in and he's like, so where's your son?
Oh,
for what?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Tell you something right now.
He's not here.
He's shielded.
They're not even my boyfriend.
Right.
So it's like, and then I think they use kids if they don't already have kids.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They use that.
My son doesn't have it. Like his father is gone.
Yeah.
Like he's not dead or anything, but he's away.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I like
Right.
to say. So my son needs that male energy. So it's like I feel like I can't bring another man around
because
him.
he'll latch on to that.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, I got you.
I'm not doing that to my kid.
I don't.
No.
I can't do it.
No, ma'am. And you don't know who these people are. Like,
Yes.
there's people around my kids. I'm not
Yes.
playing.
Yes.
I'm going to
Okay.
say this piece, and I can't say
Right.
too much because this is, someone else's situation.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I did lose one of my godsons to a situation where his mom was dating someone, and I met him. She brought him around, but it didn't end well because she didn't know him that well, and unfortunately he abused the child and he passed away. So it's really one of those things that you see on TV all the time, you hear it on the news, and you're like, who let their child come around?
And then,
but me knowing the situation and being close to her dynamic with the baby's father and different things. When you're missing love or you're missing that factor, unfortunately love can be blind and can just be gone. And unfortunately she was gone. Like was not seeing anything.
I know.
And when we was recalling, trying to trace the steps as far as like how
did it get that bad?
How did it move to that place? Because naturally when we was hearing the stories, like you didn't see this, you didn't understand.
Right.
But I would never know what she was dealing with.
Yeah.
She's
human.
Never experienced, what she did, having those factors, which was another reason why I was adamant when I was dating, like, I was a savage, okay?
Yeah, you have to be.
I'm not doing
lioness
this is
always.
what I want. Like, I'm straight up to the point.
I feel like a lot of that comes from, like you said, love is blind.
Yeah.
I know a lot of females who are in situations where love is blind. It's like you with somebody just to be with somebody. So But it's like, I feel like a lot of females that I know, they haven't took that time out to know, like, what is it
themselves
and
what they
be honest with yourself.
Right.
Be okay with yourself.
Right.
Be happy with yourself.
Right.
And be honest while you're dating. Be scared to walk away from the relationship.
You settle. And then it's like everybody else is looking like,
girl,
what are you doing?
It sucks being in that position on the outside looking in too, especially when I'm protective
as trying to talk to them,
and my friends, I'll be like, no.
not hearing it.
Yeah, they
I'm
don't.
that friend friend that's gonna tell you straight up, I'm not giving no cut carts, no nothing.
Seriously.
You shouldn't. No,
But come here, let me tell you something.
Let's talk.
I had to also learn how to also
let them
show
just
empathy, and they're grown.
Yes.
Like I can tell you something all day, but you gonna do what you want to do. You got on your legs, you gonna do what you gonna do. So you gonna do it. But
right.
when you come to me, you tell me. I always started telling my friends because I lost friends over this. I'm gonna be real with y'all because they couldn't handle the truth.
I'm
so
with you.
I had to start telling people, let me know when you want me to just listen,
or when you really want me to.
You want me to talk.
I just stopped altogether with the
I
interjecting because it's just never.
People, I don't even.
Yeah, I lost. I don't think
I just stopped.
Like you,
I don't think you lose in that situation.
I'm like,
okay.
I'm just
y'all too.
I'm just.
All right, my bad. I'm sorry. I got into.
Wait, what?
I got into like. All right, I'm gonna listen. My bad. Let me get back on the show. So, I get what you're saying as far as you being a friend that doesn't have like cut cards or whatever. But at the same time, I feel as though that, like you said, because I'm not saying that situation with the, love is blind. Absolutely, you need to say. I feel like some people, they watch, if you are considering yourself as somebody's friend,
yes,
you know what I'm saying? You cannot, because I've been in numerous amount of situations where I was with someone at that moment, nobody would say anything, and then after I was in the moment,
then
like,
everybody want to say something.
No,
I don't do that. You can't do that.
When I was making the bad decision,
you let him do this.
Tell me. Right. Even if you feel as though that that's the end of y'all, like, then that needs to be the end of y'all, because somebody needs to say something, because girl,
you can't
it's scary out there.
But if you're really friends and they hear you saying it from heart, they gonna be mad.
Yeah, there's a limit on how
you have to say that.
Never says anything.
Yes, and I'm saying something.
Honestly, girl. Okay.
And if the friendship ends, I'd rather it end knowing I looked out.
I said what I said.
Yeah,
because
right.
I don't
Put the ball in
your
court.
Right. Because I lost a few friends, but it was just time to be done.
Right.
Agreed.
It needed to be done.
It ran its course.
It did run its course. It just needed
reasons.
honestly, and I don't.
Can you cut
regret
family
anything.
off the same way?
Yes.
You said, can you cut?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Sure can.
Yes, you can.
You can.
Because there are some people that are very toxic.
But they need you.
No, fuck that.
no.
I'm sorry.
My child needs me, and that's about it.
I need
There's therapists.
Honestly,
I
need me
Please
to
find
be
one.
You need because there are friends that are draining as fuck.
Yes.
Like they will take
Suck the life
they just
out
suck
of
the
you.
life, and if they're
Friends
not
and family.
putting anything
Y'all don't get into that
Yeah.
conversation
for what?
today, okay?
For what?
Let's not do that.
And it's really obvious. Like if you're even thinking about it,
Yeah.
like you're like,
Then
bruh.
there's something.
Like with my sister, I'm not thinking twice about nothing. Like even if I hurt her feelings, like I'm going to apologize. Like because it's just like. I need, you know what I'm saying? We need each other, and you know that you need that person. When it's a person where they're toxic to you, you're like, she alright.
Yeah, I'll be alright.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you can feel like I'm gonna be alright, she alright.
You can
You know what I'm
foresee the
saying?
future.
You
live
know.
life without this
You're like, she's definitely not about to be at my wedding.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna get married. I don't have a man yet. But in the
when
case,
it happens, contingent upon.
didn't see that shadow. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know it. I don't know what the hell's going on with you right now. But let her go. Sorry, sis. It's been a long time.
It's like family, and you watch.
Yeah, but family be dry.
But they're very not honest with themselves. But it's like it's like I have to. I don't want to feel like I have to be there for you, but this person has no one else. And it's like I'm a mom too, so it's like I need to. I need
don't
to
cut it off.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
yeah.
distant because it's like, oh, I got a boyfriend. And I'm like, but you not happy. Like, can we lay the
That matters.
Can we lay the whole
It
story
really
there?
does.
Like,
Yeah.
but you single and I'm happy.
Honestly. Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? That stuff
I'm
right
so
there, that
happy.
tit for tat stuff. I mean, if you're gonna keep her in your life, you're gonna have to just take it for what it is, and you have to lock your feelings down with that person. Like you have to, you cannot catch your feelings. Like honestly, if you feel as though that person needs you, Brittany, that drink is clear.
I'm mad she was like, wait.
I'm here for it. But back to, I'm sorry. so sorry when you lifted it up. I said, wait a minute.
It's been a long week.
Coconut water. It has been a long week for real. But no. But I don't know everything. I don't. Yeah, I swear to God, I don't. I'm crazy. But you know what I'm saying? Like in that situation where it's like tit for tat, especially when I hate when people compare themselves to you.
Oh,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're not alike.
We're not.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like people, because I want to know what the hell is.
That's how my sister is. When
I want to know why you're different. You know what I'm saying?
Same situation. I said, you're right, but I'm older than you. I've been there. I've done that.
Right.
I see what this is.
Yeah, and if that person,
what it is,
that's what you're giving to that person, constructive criticism, because you see the outside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want somebody to see my outside. I ask Denzel his opinion all the time because, I mean, what am I doing wrong?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And he's a male, so.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So
different perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would think that you should probably talk to her about it more in depth. And if you feel like after you haven't,
leave it.
Hey,
like how
and that's okay too.
It is what it is. It really is what it is.
And not say a thing.
Be that person that you are.
Because you get tired. You get tired. It becomes draining.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Now you're getting
giving.
sick. Like,
Honestly, but I mean,
that's how I feel.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know what to say after that. I mean, honestly. So, all right. So to the next topic. My bad. So you're fine. So the next topic, I just wanted to shout out because a lot of times when it's all women in the room and all moms in the room, we like kind of like downplay men.
Oh yeah.
I
was
like
like
doing
Not
that.
downplay.
Yeah.
But we do in a sense. It's like mom.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's never a downplay.
Oh, this is
Good
great
dad.
Yeah.
dad.
So I wanted to, especially with the Kobe situation. It's like, you know, it's a lot of facts.
As a mom,
Like honestly, and
I didn't off of social media.
I didn't get off of social media.
I could not.
honestly, and it's no shade at all. It's really no shade. Like rest in peace, Kobe. At that moment, when my blind sister told me that Kobe died, I was like, dang, that's so sad. But then when
It was when you heard about the daughter.
That's what
I was like,
took me left.
I
That's
left
what it was.
I left
I was
my
with
body
you.
because
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
No.
I have the
You know what I'm
chills
saying?
right
Just
now.
thinking about it is
No.
like,
No.
I would
Now
legit-
talking about it's got me like.
Yes, and I'm sorry.
How did she even
But
go
hey,
on?
Johan, hey, Solo.
Oh,
These are all my girls. So like just thinking about it, you know that. Dang, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to the mom now. To Vanessa Bryant. It's just like, bruh, like.
Take on a lot.
Listen,
Yo,
She
I
has other kids.
She has to
keep it together
my
for her.
husband and I lost
At the
my
same
child.
time.
But I still
I don't know how they.
At the same
I
time,
don't know how she.
yeah,
did
that's
that.
a cold G.
And
I
she
want
just had a
everybody to
baby.
leave me alone.
And
Don't
she
talk
just
to
had a
me.
baby. The baby is months.
Oh my
That's
god.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's maybe a year, if that doesn't even matter. But you know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot to take on.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the girl dad situation. Shout out to the guys that are really taking a step. You know what I'm saying? Like to be that dad.
Yeah.
Because, as I don't care what race you are, whoever you are, you know what I'm saying? Like there are women that I've met that said I was raised by my dad. I don't even know who my mom is.
Right.
And that's crazy to me. You get what I'm saying? Because like as a mom, like you know what we take on. That's in your body. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that came out of your body. You know what I'm saying? Like we have a gift. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying? You still alive.
Confused.
You know what I'm saying? For those that have passed on, understandable. Yeah. But the ones that are there, and kind of just left, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a reason though, so whatever. But shout out to the girl dads out there or the boy that really shout out to dads in general. You know what I'm saying? Single dads, stepdad. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's wild.
Even better.
Talking
Like
about dads. So I didn't grow up with my biological father. Like I have technically a stepfather, but he's been there since I was in the womb. Like he's been there, and I'm like, that's your father. Yeah, that's my father. And I'd be like, people don't. That's what I be looking for because I'm a single mom.
Yes.
I'm like.
That's what I need. Can you do that?
You can't do that.
Then I don't know.
Dog. No, honestly,
I agree with Happy Meal. I I come with a package.
Right.
It's a whole happy honey with the apple slices. With the
apple slices.
Go-Gurt.
The tantrum.
Toy, girl or boy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a McFlurry. So I get it.
Most likely.
Honestly, because they try it all the time. But nah. So with the dads, I just had to shout y'all out.
Yes.
Because y'all are bomb.
Shout out my man Ace.
Thank y'all.
Shout out to Ace, definitely.
Ace is a great dad.
Yeah, shout out to Gary. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to all these like dads, because I talk to these single fathers. Shout out to Thomas. You know what I'm saying? I talk to these single fathers and realize that they don't get as much credit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they do.
They don't, and it's great that some people be like, I'm with my daughter for a little while and blah blah blah, but they going back home, after maybe Thursday. You know what I'm saying?
Sunday night.
It's a little schedule, but to have your child every day on the day, and that's not your natural. Us, we probably catch our kid without looking. You know what I'm saying? For them, it's a little more of a process.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
It's commendable that they able to
Exactly. So shout out to them. As being married women, I segue really quick. So as being married women, what is the greatest thing about having that partner? You know what I'm saying? Of course,
I would
you know what I'm
I
saying?
really want to know.
Because I
You mean
grew
like
up, right? Because I grew up with my mom and dad. So
like it goes back to the whole, when you've been together for so long, you guys kind of rub off on each other, but you also catch each other's, like, we all have flaws.
Mm-hmm.
So I have what I'm really good at, and I have what I suck at.
Right.
Organization. He is a neat freak, so he has that.
Shout out to neat freaks.
When it comes down to it, like, we balance each other out in that way. Mm-hmm. He's also, if you saw him right now, you think, oh, don't talk to him. He looks mad. Like, he looks mad. Mm-hmm. He has a swallow up. But then when he's with people that he actually messes with, he's like open and bubbly, right? I'm immediately like
smiling
and talking. So I rubbed off on him.
Right.
Same way in the household. Like, we kind of just balance out each other's modes, what's going on. It could be crazy. He's better at leading. Mm-hmm. Like, I let him lead because I trust he's been my mentor. So while we were dating, he became my mentor. We went through a lot.
Won't he do it?
I'm like this. I'm like
a lot.
Add that to my prayer.
And when you think about it, you're like,
mentor me, baby.
Let me tell you something. Mentor me.
Mentor me, baby.
Pull my wig forward for that one.
It's like, no, but seriously, honestly, I started calling him my mentor. I was like, dang, he kind of like, I wouldn't have known this if I hadn't everything just kind of, and the time in my life is like so much chaos. It's crazy coming from an African home, structure. You about to do this, and then everything just, it was crazy. Yeah. So to have somebody who had that mentality, he already had things, he knew things, like that was amazing for my marriage. Specifically, like I love that I can he leads, But then I also have my portion where he lets me kind of be the nurturer, but then he takes in what I'm good at. Yeah. And we both just feed off of each other. So same thing in the household. When it comes to the kids, they're literally like carbon copies of us. Mm-hmm. So like Liam is like his dad. Like he is, look, I'm observed, I'm chilling in the background, don't bother me until I want to be bothered. But I'll come out and hang out and chill when I'm ready. Yeah. Kyla's
She was putting
So it's crazy that they're like, so our household is literally like, people always want to have more kids. I'm like, listen, we got balance going on. Don't come mess with this.
Don't mess up the balance.
It's not really good, okay?
So, because you guys both have 2 kids.
Yes. So we both have a girl and a boy. So both of our daughters are older. Mm-hmm. So my daughter's 3. My son is, he's about to be 9 months. So I'm a little more in the beginning stages.
Yes.
I don't even know what that feels like anymore.
Listen, it's a lot, okay?
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
But one thing I can say, first of all, I don't even like to say I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ because I feel like that word means so many different things. Yes. But based off just that principle, I had to learn what my role would be as a woman first. Okay. Because that is something naturally been in the world, just in this world period, as far as the definition of what a woman's supposed to be. And not a step aside from what a black woman is supposed to be. Okay?
Yeah,
so first of all, I had to learn that it was okay for me to be vulnerable.
Yes.
It was okay for me to allow a man to be a man.
Yeah.
Because naturally being brought up by a single mom, independent. My mom did get married once. I was about 13, 14, but single mom most of the time. Yeah. And even then, that wasn't my dad. So I could not say, oh yeah, I grew up in a 2-parent household. No, you still wasn't my dad. We didn't have that relationship. So no, it was still a difference. But coming from a mom who taught me to be independent, to stand my ground, speak my mind, and I'm still that way today. From that, when I started seriously dating, and I say that with a difference because I was dating.
Right.
Okay, but until I seriously dated my now husband, with him, I had to learn to step back. Yeah. Because I am an alpha female, okay? And I know what I want. I'm going out there. You can't tell me nothing. I don't care what you say. That was my mentality. And not in a negative way, but it was just that I was taught, you're a black woman, so you got to be strong. You got to do this, right? Still, and it's good. It's great, but you also have to learn when a man comes around. When it's a difference.
Yes.
You're going to have some boys, you know, some... how you say, adult males, but they're not men, right? I learned the difference very quickly when I met my husband. Like, oh, this is a man. A lot of the things that I was so used to, like, searching for or
thinking
like,
that you have to do this.
And I did not, and I didn't catch myself because in my mind I'm like, oh, you probably just like all the other ones, you know. So in my mind, you just might be a side joint, okay? So I literally, that was my mentality, okay? I was on some, I'm gonna love me, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and if it happens, it happens. But he showed me like, look, I got you, okay? And when I tell you, it was the most amazing feeling. So starting from there, him showing me what a man looks like, first of all, and then us growing and developing together, and learning together what it means to be a man and a woman, and then a wife and a husband
in the house.
And then a parent. So
it's a different thing.
We together, like we're still young. I'm 29. I'll be 30 this year. He's 31. He just turned 31.
Come
right?
on.
So when we first started dating, I was 22.
Right.
So it's like I'm fresh out of college and grad school doing my thing. Listen, okay. So I just was like, I'm doing me, but he showed me like you don't have to do things alone. You don't have to be so independent, but that you can allow some a man to love you. Yeah. So with that being said, now in a household where we have children and we're building and we're growing, our mindset is one. It's like I got you, you got me. Basically. If I'm dropping a ball, I'm like, look, babe, today is just not the day. I'm gonna need you to pick it up. He picks it up. So having that balance and having someone that you truly are a partner with, it's a difference in trust. Naturally, I'm not going. This part, listen. You still a woman though, okay? All right, you still naturally is going to have the mindset, I have to do everything because it's in us, and you're going to feel like you're still doing everything, but you have to also be vocal. We're going to come back to what he said. They do not realize.
They don't. Oh, this happened this morning. Okay. I had my little moment before I got in here.
We need a little bit of coaching sometimes.
Yeah. You need a little push.
Especially when it comes to children. You will learn. But overall, I would just say the main thing is just to make sure that whoever it is, when that time comes, if you're not married, even if you are married, to try to, best as possible, be a partnership, be on one accord. I feel like that it makes peace in the home. Like it truly does. And even when petty things come up, even if you disagree, learn, especially if you're an alpha female, when to just be silent.
Oh my God!
I know.
No. You'll learn.
Amen to that.
You'll learn if you
battle.
Want it to work.
Say it again.
Listen, I'm at the point. I don't want to talk about.
You don't. And when I tell you,
you don't know what you
hard, y'all. It was hard for me, but I've learned to be silent.
I know.
It would come. It
is
come.
hard.
Pray on it. Tell you.
This is sounding good. Y'all selling this marriage stuff.
Listen, me and Brittany are like,
I'm sold.
like this.
Amen.
Got y'all.
I had whiplash.
Facts. Okay, I'm coming back to this church. Okay. Well, thank you, Pastor Hardy.
Both of y'all gave
right.
That's a word. To be totally honest, especially to be silent with my rapping ass. Like, because sometimes if I'm silent, it's not a good thing. You get what I'm saying?
No, that's how I am.
It's not, especially if I'm quiet, I'm shutting down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I have to learn that medium where it's like I shut down real quick. I notice that I'm shutting down, and then I voice it that this you might not see it, because it's a lot going on in all of our lives,
right?
But that shit that you just said to me, I don't like that.
No, pick your battles.
It triggered me.
No, you pick your battles.
I don't like
it's a pick your battle situation. You speak on stuff like that, right? Immediately. But there's some stuff that's just like, it's
some foolishness. It's some foolishness. And I think that being a parent as well helps you with that too. Because you don't have time
to argue with these kids.
I'm not about to argue with you.
I don't want to
different breed. They be right sometimes too.
They be so right. They be so right.
How old are you?
Yeah, how old is everybody's children? My daughter is 5.
Oh, well, I'm 28. Is that what you meant?
No.
I'm a big kid too.
Your daughter.
I'm a big kid too. Let's not forget that I'm still young.
Yeah, we're still kids.
What?
We're growing up together.
A little bit. Is she 5 yet?
Yeah.
Child. All right.
She same age.
Pretty much. Corey's turning 6 next 2 weeks.
Lord.
Woo. Jesus. Oh my God. So 6. Pretty much, because she's saying she's 6 now.
Yeah.
But,
they'll let you know.
5-year-old. How old is your?
Michael will be 5 on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, we're good.
Okay,
wow. Yes, pregnancy packed. So you said 12,
Liam
right?
is 9.
Oh,
he'll be 10 in March, and Kyla is 11.
Oh yeah, I almost tried it.
You did try it.
That age is
He's 4.
I didn't plan it, but I'm happy to have it.
EJ just turned 4 on the 1st.
Oh, yes, he did. That boy is too cute. He's too sweet. All y'all kids are beautiful, but I like DJ. Okay, so as single women, because y'all reached, we still getting there.
Trying.
Technically, because you do claim single, no shade, even if you have a boyfriend or somebody talking to, whatever. All right, as single.
I'm so happy you said that.
I mean, it's the truth.
It's real.
I'm not saying there's 2 different types of single.
It doesn't describe
you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro,
we're together, but at the same time, like, I'm
legally.
Right. There's no. I mean, honestly, I'm wearing my dad's ring, not yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So, as single mothers, right? There's clearly a father somewhere.
Had to make them right.
So, with the it does say 2, right? So, being that you have to be with the father of your child forever, you know what I'm saying? How do you come to a happy medium to make this relationship, because that's one of the relationships in your life? How do you come to it? Yeah. So, how do you make it a healthy situation? Because you're not together, there's not really a balance where it's like you guys are working as one.
Right.
Sometimes I'm not preaching for nobody. I'm talking about my own situation. So you're not together, right? And you have to find a medium where at least somebody is 80% satisfied.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The compromise, right? So how is that working for you? Okay, cool. How is that working for you in this moment in your life where I feel like we're all pretty much the same age, right? So I think that this is like eye-opener ages where you kind of see some kind of weird-ass light that you're like, oh, this is my body. You know what I'm saying? This is actually my body. I'm actually living this life. I can't change it.
It's me.
Now I got a damn kid. You know what I'm saying? Now I got a kid or kids.
That's real funny.
So you know what I'm saying? Right. So now I have to, be grown. And in that situation, having I don't like the word baby father. The father of your child.
Either. Oh my
we don't do
gosh.
that.
Yeah,
hate that.
That's my son's father. Even when we not.
Even when you're not.
Unless I'm talking to like my real close friends. I'm like,
the baby father.
Right. But
that's my son's
That's my son's father.
Exactly. Because you right.
Gosh, that's
yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. That's a thing with me.
But back to
Yeah.
That was a trigger.
How do you come to a happy medium with them? Like, what is that compromise?
So it works for me. So I'm going to tell my business, but my son's father is incarcerated.
Right.
So it works because
Yeah.
I'm the only
You don't have to
parent.
worry about
I
it.
got all custody. So when he calls, he's calm now.
Yeah.
But when he comes home, it's not, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work, but because he still loves me, all of that. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But right now it works. Like, I'm very, like, I communicate everything that's going on. So this happened. Like, I try to, like, as much as I may not have, like, the greatest relationship with him or whatever, it's not about me.
Right.
It's about the child at the end of the day. Like, my parents have always taught me that. So I try to make sure whatever we talk about or whatever, it's about my son at the end of the day. Like, this is what's going on. You want to talk to your son? I'm going to answer the phone. Every time you call, as long as I don't miss it, I'm going to answer the phone.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to take you to see him. Like, whatever. Because
It's about him.
It's about my son.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a fact.
I took myself out of it. You can do what you want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. But at the end of the day, we got to make sure. I got to make sure my son has his father, too, because I'm a mom. I don't know how y'all brains work, for real. Like, if I had a little girl, it'd be different.
Right.
But, like, I know my son needs his father because based off of how, when he gets around other male energy.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah. I think that's key to, like...
Aisha. No, so saying something. No, go ahead and say the key. Go ahead, Callie.
I forgot what I was gonna...
She said,
I was gonna...
No, I
didn't catch it.
I think what I was gonna...
I'm too slick.
The key. Okay, I got it.
I'm too slick.
I'm quickly.
Sorry.
I think what I was gonna say to piggyback off on you is, as long as the kid is happy, like, you have to really remove yourself from the situation. And I know one thing that worked for me and Sada is that I feel like we have an amazing co-parenting relationship. Shout out to him. I wouldn't trade him for the world. I feel like we started out our relationship when we were together as, like, best friends, so it worked. But our thing was just like, we both can't be miserable. We're both about to be single parents. We know we're not, but we both can't be miserable single parents. So it was just like, what makes you happy and what makes you happy. As long as we're both happy, that makes us better parents for Sada. So that always comes first. So, like, if he has a weekend where it's his weekend and he's like, I need to do this, I'm like, I got you as long as you give me reasonable time. Because if you're miserable and you're resentful, you're not going to be a good parent, and my daughter's not going to your house because you're not going to be
and she needs to be back.
So first things first is always our question is, like, what's going to make you happy? And then we move from there.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah, you're happy. So good.
Enough to think like that. So
I love that.
love all of it.
Yeah, that's not my life.
Right. I'm praying. I'm God.
Jesus be offense.
It's a roller coaster. I mean, it's fine. It's
Keep saying that, babe.
It's fine. It's going to be fine at the end of the day.
Manifest that.
It will.
But we do not get along whatsoever. Like, I try. I can't speak for him.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep our son away from him.
Right.
But his energy sometimes can be a lot.
Concerning.
And I do most. I don't want to say I do everything, but I do everything.
In facts.
So,
Sorry, that was.
No. I don't want to put everything out there, but we are like court situation.
Facts.
So it's like, and it's kind of been recent.
Yeah.
Where
that's one of my
actually
questions here.
the last thing is on Monday. So we'll
I have
see
a
how
question
that goes.
with that. Sorry,
Yeah,
I need
sure.
advice. When he finds out, he finds out. But in that, I mean, at that point, sorry.
She just dropped the
Now
exclusive.
you know.
Right.
Bruh.
We're not
Sound
walking.
effects, DJ.
But is it cut? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm stressed.
Girl.
I need to know. I'm a great researcher.
Honestly.
Yo.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a day apart at this point. We have a lot in common. So is it something that's as far as like visitation, or are we talking about support? I mean,
The funny part is she's so serious.
I'm dead ass.
Okay.
When I'm sorry, y'all. When I'm
interview
serious,
hat
I
off.
want answers.
This is co-host hat off. This is real.
This is after show vibes.
Behind the scenes.
But yeah. Fuck it. We're gonna talk about this after the show because at this point,
She need answers.
Oh well, you.
No, I don't
You don't mind? Okay.
I can
Yeah.
give you answers too because I have
Right. I need all the answers.
Listen.
Like honestly,
It's
Sway.
a process.
How long is this process?
It's
a whole year, dog.
Look, it started in October. The dates, the hearing, and we're finishing off on Monday.
Well, congratulations.
You got this.
No?
Thanks. No. I mean, it's not what I want.
Of course, it's never what you want. It's never what you want, and that's the part that blows my mind because
we're looked at like this is what
I
want. That's what you do.
Right. It's not. But even with my situation, I was hit with child ghetto. So it's like so ghetto down here. It makes no sense. It's okay. It's a hood life.
Moco. I was about to ask y'all this last time.
No. Like your parents.
Break
I
it down
had a really
as best
good
as
marriage
possible.
and I'm just stressed out.
Right.
So it's like,
I'm like, get this way.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's good for the show or something like that. I feel like I'm gonna learn from it. You know what I'm saying? It makes you stronger. It really does because I mean, I'm more of a fairy tale Disney character. As I've been told, like, you know, like I see the good in people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta get out of that
and I really had to learn that. And it's very emotional. I knew I was gonna cry on this stupid show, but at the same time, not yet. But you know what I'm saying? It just hurts because it's like you want to save somebody.
But they don't.
You want to save somebody. You want to be amicable with somebody, you know, especially when you have a little human that looks like both of y'all and you know acts like y'all, and you know what I'm saying. Like you could be such great parents separately. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just period. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really not that deep, bro. It's never that fucking deep. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you have to bring other people that know nothing about your character,
they bring in
you know what I'm saying? When you have to ask questions that don't even make sense, like they're asking about Social Security. I don't know Social Security. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I do. Sure now, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, like when you have to step outside of your nice self and be an evil like person, it sucks.
But you're not evil.
You've
been pushed to this point.
That's a fact.
You're more so your hand is being forced.
Yeah, it's like honestly, and it's just, I mean,
but you're gonna look like you're evil to everybody.
And that's absolutely
fine. That part, so I don't care.
It's honest. It's absolutely fine because I mean,
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like especially you try to save face for that person as well. You know what I'm saying? Because this is your daughter's or son's father. You know what I'm saying? You can't make them look a type of way. Sorry, I don't mean to have my back to you. But you know what I'm saying? You don't want them to look a certain way because everything goes back to the kid.
Y'all still have
you know what I'm saying? Like it gets nasty and it's like when your kid is like, why aren't you guys together? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? I wish I was here. I wish I was there. And it's just like, it's like, fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you can't really, it's not the child's place for you to explain. It's not even like you're keeping it from them. They deserve every type of innocence. That's not their fault.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just, I mean, it sucks. Sorry. You'll get those papers. But you know what I'm saying? It's just wow.
It sucks. It sucks. But yeah, you gotta keep looking at paper.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's not. They don't.
No, you
like you have. So when you're dealing with somebody who is not seeing the bigger picture.
The whole
this
bigger
is about
picture.
the child.
It's a whole Picasso.
I can hate your guts.
Yeah,
you know what?
But my
still
kids,
right. This is not about me.
Right.
I might not like you. I might not like how you carrying things, but this is not about me. My son needs you at the end of the day. Or my daughter needs you at the end of the day. But when you're dealing with a person like that, like they don't see you. You kind of have to take it there. Yeah. Because that way they can't go and do.
Child and try.
Let me take your child.
And tried it.
I'm gonna take them and
childish.
When you go there, they tell you because you have nothing on file, they can take it.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. So you kind of have to do that.
What?
Yes, because I've been in that situation where I let my child go to, Florida and whatever, and because of my grind, because I'm trying to do something, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have my kid. Better. So at this point, it's like, yo, I need to do the show. I need to do everything possible so when she comes back, I'm good. Mm-hmm. And then there's paper served to me because somebody feels like I'm living a life
better
without
life.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A certain life like that, and it's so not fair.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, it's plenty of years back when I had my kid. The
Right.
whole time.
And you didn't do it.
And sacrifices you made that aren't accounted for.
And even at that, there was no papers given to you.
Yeah.
You were allotted to do whatever the freak you wanted to do.
That got a lot
But
to do
it's
with envy too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's envy.
I've been there.
It's they got people. I don't know how the mama is. But if the mom is not good,
That's where it's
that's what
That's where it's
The mama.
Those moms.
Not good.
Never mind.
You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
So,
What's the next question?
Next segment.
Let's go
This
to the next
right here.
We might need to.
oh yeah, we're gonna have to go on a break. So,
Break time.
thank you for holding on.
Power.
We're gonna have DJ Power. Thank you so much for coming through.
Check 1 2. This my DJ.
This is Free Talk. We're gonna take a little break. Re-up if you need to. This is Free Talk. All right, so we're back. Got a little intense in here for everybody. Almost didn't come back. So, welcome back to Free Talk. If you're listening, this is Moyatu and Denzel, of course. This is Mommy Needs Mimosas. I think I'm going to make this like a standard, like maybe once a month or like every other month, because mommies need mimosas.
Right.
Get on the list. Right. So there's gonna be a fact shameless at all costs. But child, let me bring it back.
Yeah, my bad. I forgot to bring that up.
Oh yeah, if you right. So it gets gritty in here. Yeah. So y'all are really gonna want to come back. You said what about Saturday?
This is what y'all do on Saturday?
Yeah.
I mean,
Legit.
We get lit.
Yeah.
We talk crazy.
You gotta talk real crazy. So, all right, sorry, they just pulled out the crown. So, ladies getting excited for Brown. And all right, moms get excited for Brown and babysitters. All day. We can go for weeks. Babysitter, I'm down.
Yeah, that's the whole event. Brown and babysitters.
Oh, thank you guys.
thanks,
guys.
Write that
Brown and babysitter.
Got it.
They dropping gems for you.
down. That's so cute. That is really cute.
Look at this network.
There we
She
go.
took that and ran with it. And she was like, no. Yeah.
All right. And then, because, mom invaded.
Let me know.
All right. And then mama soul talk. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And then a live painting.
Oh.
I'm here for it.
And
then
She paid.
Yes, and then consulting about your brand. Oh yeah, I'm here for it. And then a nice blog afterwards. Liz, I'm here for a blog after it.
Her and Lexus. You were there.
Yeah.
Her and Lexus, yeah.
Was you there too?
She was there.
Yeah.
Look what you did.
Look at God.
Connected.
Yes. All right.
Effortless.
So it's about facts. It's gonna get a little weird right now. So for the married women, congratulations, you did it the right way. I'm so happy for you, really I am. But for some of us, it just was like, whoa, really, really weird. So how was it when you told your parents, mom, whatever, whoever it was, when you were pregnant? And how old were you?
I was 22, and my parents were strict when I too.
Oh, yeah,
I wasn't
facts.
even allowed to go outside if boys were outside.
Facts. Yes, boys were outside.
Boys were outside.
Boys
we
were
grew up
out
in Langley
with
Park.
boys. Yes,
So boys were outside.
They were there. They were outside your house.
We were outside.
We were outdoors
So
hiking.
with the boy.
we were outside. That's all I'm gonna say.
Terrible.
Shout out to Tacoma Park.
I thought my mom was gonna kick me out. I thought they were gonna disown me. But my dad was the strictest. Like, I was a daddy's girl. My dad was.
He scared me.
No, yeah. His voice is
very
just
scary.
deep and just Mr. Hudgens. Just
Facts.
don't.
Ooh, child.
But they took it very well. I guess because they saw it as dad, and after my dad is the type. You guys ever have that parent that has to talk to their siblings before they make a rational decision? So he talked to his 5 sisters and brothers.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, well, she's at the age. It's okay. So my dad was like, it's okay. You're good.
Oh, wow.
But that was terrible.
That is great.
I was very, it turned out to be
That's
okay.
great.
But he had to get approval from his sisters, and then he was okay.
That's good.
That's different.
Right. Courtney, how about for you? How old were you?
I was in my last semester of grad school, so
Okay.
I was 24.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. And surprisingly, I thought my dad was going to have a bad reaction and my mom was going to be like, okay, but it was the exact opposite.
Really?
And my mom raised me and my dad was in my life, but it was more so for her. She was just like, I didn't want kids. And she knew that. Like, I didn't want kids. I never wanted to be married.
Right.
I was just always career driven. So when I told her, she was more so like, it's your last semester of grad school. You want to get your PhD? Like, are you serious? But it took her, me and my boyfriend at the time, we had been together since we was 15. And this was on the Run Tour 2, I think. And we went to...
I was about to say, wait, you was on the production?
No, listen.
Shit, plug you in.
What
you talking about? No, because I'm going to say...
your mother... Honestly, I really thought I was tripping until everybody did the same thing I did.
I never said I was pregnant, but my cycle's pretty regular.
Got you.
I only lived with her, so she knew, like, go to Target, get my stuff like this.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. So I went to California, but my period didn't go with me. So when I got there, she sent me, like, this long email, like, I know what's up with you.
Wow.
And I just sat on the toilet, like, nigga, you got to tell her something. Because we grew up together, so I'm like, when she picked us up from this airport, you gonna have to, it's on you. So when we got in the car, he kind of had a conversation with her, and it was okay after that, but I was so anxious because I'm like, I gotta do what I want to do, and I knew that that's all she wanted from me. But her and my son are inseparable. Like, he like her more than he like me.
Of course, yeah. The grandparent situation, that's a whole nother situation. It's sickening, actually.
Yeah.
It's like
so I never told her. She figured it out, and I just confirmed.
Wow, that's crazy. Tiana.
Y'all. Y'all.
Yeah.
I took the plan B and everything. I was like, no, I'm not pregnant.
Within the 48 hours. The second person. Within the 48 hours.
I was like talking to my best friend. She's like,
within the time frame.
Yeah, she was like,
we are not safe.
She was like, you should take the
honestly
take a pregnancy test. So I took one, right, and I was with my sister. I was like, look, Tina. And she was like, you're not pregnant. Take another one. So I took one. She's like, oh, I think I'm pregnant.
Yeah, I remember.
And I woke up in the morning with another.
I remember. Starbucks will never be the same.
I said, Mom, what does this mean? She's like, you pregnant. And she walked out. I was like, why is she so calm? Like, I was like tripping. And I really wasn't even going to tell my son's father, like, right away until he was, like, doing this, like, dumb little boy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pregnant. Then, of course, he says dumb stuff. By who? But I ain't mad. I ain't mad.
Right.
He was in shock.
I know who I'm dealing with.
Right.
But I also know what kind of female I am. My son looks smooth like his father, which is annoying.
But it's unfortunate.
Oh my, like when I say he looks like them, like I was just the carrier.
Yeah, right.
Like it is what it is. But yeah, it was like but I was like, yeah, you're pregnant. She was real calm. My dad was just like, so what you gonna do? What's gonna happen?
I'm gonna say my story last. Go ahead. Go ahead, Aisha.
And I'm dramatic. So.
And honestly, I'm. If you tell me something that I'm different, thinking differently, I'll be so surprised because your mom is like very calm. It seems to me. Okay, right.
I'm really close with my mom. She raised me and my brother, then she got married, but like you said, step parents, like it was still kind of weird. So really, I was raised by my mom, but so we're really close, and so I just told her, and that was kind of, she's like, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to keep it, and I was 23. Yeah, so I was 23.
That's amazing.
She loves TJ.
Yeah, no,
like,
your mom is
I feel
dope.
like she does him more than me.
Oh yeah, they definitely love them more than us. That's a fact. Don't get it twisted.
On the weekend, Aisha's mom was like, because our parents were strict. But if you need to
very
go
strict.
Weekend, you just go to Miss Shirley's house.
Yes.
Mom's strict. I mean, and I have two younger brothers, so I had to take them everywhere. Like, honestly, Poppy, I love my brothers, but child, it was a long road. But it was so long. Okay, so with me, mine was like, all right, I was at Norfolk State University. Shout out to the Spartans, behold. So I was wilding. Like, I mean, I was partying a lot. The time that I got pregnant, I had gotten pregnant twice. Okay, so the first time I was doing Miss Omega Sci-Fi pageant, and I was feeling weird. Like, it's so weird. Like, it's like, yo, I am tired. I'm tired, bro. I can't do this.
Can't can't do no more.
Yeah, I'm tired. I want ramen noodles. It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? So like, found out I was pregnant, whatever. Did what I had to do because I mean I'm 21, can't do that. I'm in school. I'm African. Period. That was before everything else. That's before everything else in life. Come on. And before everything leads to African parents. And that's it. That's it. That's it. So you know what I'm saying. I couldn't do that. I didn't even want to because I didn't want kids. Like that's not what I'm about. That's not what I'm about. I love my kid, but that's not what I was about. What? Then don't. Let me clear that. Yeah, let me clear it up. Love my kid. I love you so much. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't want it. So we did what we had to do, and I was not feeling my daughter's father. Like we weren't in a good time. Like we were young, so he was doing him. So you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like you, but we still had sex. You know what I'm saying? So 3 weeks later, I'm pregnant again.
Damn.
Girl. Wait, that soldier was marching.
Wait.
Yes.
Right. God said you gonna
tell you the other was that.
So whoever it was, I don't know who it was first, but I don't know if Corey came back. I don't know.
I'm coming out of you. Thought it was.
Hello. Did you not take the egg?
Right. Like I should have called back and said, excuse me, I was here
excuse me,
January something. You know what I'm saying? Like real good. So all right, you know what I'm saying? So 3 weeks later, you know, I'm pregnant again because I'm tired again. Like legit, after the pageant was over, I'm back tired. I'm back tired. You know what I'm saying? And it's not tired from school, from partying, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm legit. You know, your body is disgustingly tired. Like you're like, I don't want to do it.
I don't want to live.
I don't want to live because
because your energy.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother energy. Thus, I'm not trying to have no more kids because that shit sucked. It was so bad. All right, so I'm pregnant again. So now in my mind, I'm talking to Sia, who is my sister, friend, cousin, everything to me. I'm like, bro, I'm pregnant again. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pregnant again. She said, what are you going to say to your mom? You know what I'm saying? I was just like, she was like, do you want to keep it? And in my head, I didn't want to keep it. It's no shade to my child, nothing. It's real shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't keep it because not only is it, I can't do this, I'm scared. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom will kick my ass. Legit will kick, like, my ass is, like, kicked. Like, and thankfully I was in Virginia, so I didn't have to, you know, it wasn't, you know, you're around your mom and she's like, wow, you're so tired.
That's
you know what I'm saying? What's into you? You know, what's into you? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're, like, in your space. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, I think God's trying to slow me down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is the last time I can have a kid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to think about that. I'm like, I don't want a kid, but what if I can? And then you do something happens. Right. You mess up everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly I'm fertile as fuck. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I need to, something's coming out of this. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I had to sit down with Sia shaking. Like, when I say shaking, I shake on the regular because of my anxiety, but I was shaking, bruh. Sia she was upstairs because she couldn't bear to hear my mom, you know, like that phone call. My dad was in Africa, so it was two separate phone calls. It couldn't be like, can you guys be together on the phone? It was separate. So I called my mom and I tell her, and it was the scariest thing I think I've ever did in my life. Mm-hmm. It was like, Mommy, I'm stuttering. I'm just like to the point where she says it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knew, whatever. And it was just like the disappointment in her voice. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, damn, like I dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you dropped the ball. Because did they send you to go get baby? Did they, you know what I'm saying? Did I send you to Virginia to go get Belle? Like, that's not what that's not what I sent you there for. You know what I'm saying? And she was going through her own stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my dad wasn't there. You know, my brother had got hit by a car. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. My mom is like the strongest person I've ever in the world. Like the world, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Like she was going through stuff. So to like place that on her, it was like facts. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. So we got over that, you know what I'm saying? She was like, so now you have to tell your dad. That shit was even scarier. Like that shit right there is heartbreaking because you're a girl dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have to tell your dad, first of all, you have to find a way to call them because they're in Africa.
You had sex first.
That was
of all.
the first thing
That's
he said to me. He said to me, no, it was so sad because he was like, see, I didn't even know you were having sex.
Yes.
And I said, duh. I was like, I said, well, Daddy,
it's been happening.
I was like, well, I'm gonna skip past that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's with him or whatever. And he was just like, well, I mean, see, I don't know what to tell you, but I guess you have to do what you have to do. So it was just like I was just so ashamed in that moment that I stayed in Norfolk the whole time. Like I couldn't even face my parents. Like, yeah, I was cute. I had heels on the whole time, but beyond that, no. But I wish that I had went back home and like had that moment with my mom because it would have been a bond. But I even had Corey in Chesapeake. That's how scared I was. Yes, in Virginia. Like I was scared, bruh. Like I did not. It just felt like it didn't feel. I can't come home empty-handed. You know what I'm saying? Something. You know what I'm saying? Something has to be like the barrier. But it's a lot. Right. So like, yeah. So after it got even more ghetto with my relationship with with my daughter's father, I was like, I need to go home. I need to go to my mom. Right. Like I gotta go home, bro. Right. Like I'm going home. So I went to my mom, and Corey was 2 months, and that bond is different. Like that grandparent bond, like you would have thought that my mom had Corey. Yes. Like it's a different type of bond, and I appreciate that. It's crazy. Shout out to grandparents because I seen your mom doing her thing. Like I'm sure y'all parents like are amazing, and shout out to us because that shit is hard.
Did you experience postpartum depression?
Hell,
I did.
me?
Yeah, I did. I would say.
I did. I really did.
Yeah, I feel like with my daughter, I didn't really. I didn't know what that was at the time. I feel like, to be honest, that whole pregnancy was kind of a blur. Yeah. Everything was brand new. I was newly married, new job, new house. Like everything happened at once for me. I was only 25, so it was just like. It was crazy, okay? But in a good way. But it was overwhelming, and I didn't realize how overwhelmed I was until she was there. And I would never forget, I don't even know if she was a week old. She might have just turned a week old, and I literally just broke down crying, like hysterically. And I was trying to breastfeed. It's a lot. Y'all know. And so I broke down, and I looked at my husband and said, take her. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to. And I was like, I just need a moment. And I went upstairs in our room, closed the door, and I just got myself together. I just had to have me because first of all, no sleep. What is sleep? Okay, I didn't have any sleep. I was breastfeeding. I didn't. My
ass stink.
Listen, okay. So I was going through. So I had that moment, but after that moment, I feel like that's what I needed. I just needed to learn how to like step away when I need to and voice that because they don't read minds. Okay, and so that was my first like initial. And with my son, it was totally different. Like, I was going crazy for, like, the first 3 months. Really? Yes, because I did better breastfeeding this time around. With her, I lasted, like, 8 weeks, but I'm still breastfeeding now. So, with him, he wouldn't take a bottle or pacifier. He was high maintenance. He didn't want to sleep in anything else other than our bed. So, I didn't have me time at all. I couldn't say, babe, take him. I need a moment. I couldn't. He would scream. He like, no, where you going? I want you. I'm hungry right now. I don't want that bottle over there. Nope. So I low-key and I probably technically never voiced this, I was low-key going crazy. But to myself, I was like, I'm good. And I was ready to go back to work. And I never would have thought I was going to say that because I did not want to leave him. But I needed to leave him because I was going crazy. So I didn't know. Yes, it was a break for me.
People my age, around
yes. Honestly. But it's crazy that y'all all said no sleep. It's crazy that y'all said no sleep because I slept.
Oh, you good?
No, when I say Corey is maybe she's a blessing, like honestly, because I don't think I can probably have another one and experience what I had with Corey because she slept. Like the only time she cried, legit, even now, like she doesn't bother me. Like she's so chill. Well, she has an attitude problem, but that's regardless. Right, girl. So no, when she was a baby, she only cried when she was hungry, and it was like until I got to the kitchen and she stopped crying. Wow. Like she was a good baby. I'm not bragging on her because I would legit tell you if she was terrible, but she wasn't. I don't recall not sleeping. I did have postpartum because I didn't like my situation. Right. Like I didn't like where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a whole different type of postpartum. That was just like I need to get out of this situation. Yeah. But honestly, with my kid, like I was good. I thank God, honestly. So I can't even slide up another one because that joint would be terrible. I'm sure the demon.
We're gonna
but
get it back with the second one.
I don't know. All right, so we've been talking for a good 2 hours, so we need to wrap it up. I'm not even gonna. I know I have like 3. I have a lot more questions, but I'm just gonna pick the ones that I really like. That's crazy. So you have a half African daughter. That's a real African American.
She's from Sierra Leone.
Absolutely. Nice. Exactly. So with that, so is she with you majority of the time?
So she's with me majority of the time, and she's with her dad on the weekends.
Okay, so she does get that culture. How do you make sure she stays cultured on both sides?
I don't think her grandmother would ever let her forget that she's from Sierra Leone.
Facts. Yes, Sierra Leone. We're really strong. Wilt.
And then I think, honestly, I feel like it started with you.
Okay.
Growing up with her, and then living in Langley Park, I was always around people who are African. So I kind of feel like and I have a best friend who's from Uganda, and she always says, like, you're, like, low-key African. You just don't. Yeah. But, yeah, I let her experience everything about the culture there to experience. I don't take anything away from her.
And you
her
can
dad
cook
does the
cassava
same.
leaf, can't
I
you?
can. I can cook cassava leaf, spinach
Shout out
stew,
to you.
fried stew, peanut butter stew.
Hello.
All of it. I can. I learned.
She cultured.
I can.
Right. Okay. I am.
I think
African.
the only issue that we really came across was her dad's side of the family was Muslim. So there was that, and I'm Christian, so there was they were questioning my religion, and I'm very firm in my religion.
Yeah.
Or spiritual. I'm not like you.
Yeah,
I'm
spiritual.
God.
Yeah.
So I
think everybody's about spiritual these days, honestly.
But now we've come to a point where it's just like I take Sada to church. He teaches Sada about the Muslim religion.
But you know, my mom had that experience. My grandfather is Muslim, and my grandmother is Christian. So, and she even went to Muslim school, and so did Sia. Sia went she went to. There you go. So shout out to. Hey, I'm sorry. You know, I know Sabi, but yeah. So, but having those, I think that's the best thing is having both best of both worlds, and really being taught that because. I mean, religion is what you really make it. I can't speak for everybody, but being from Sierra Leone as well, I'm like, we're in a place where somebody is praying and then somebody's reading, you know, the Quran. Like, you know what I'm saying, at the same time. Legit, so it's like you have to know how to balance stuff. So I think that she does have the best of the both worlds because you got to learn, especially for you, Liz, too, with your kids being African American, really, because you guys are Americanized. Were you born here?
I was born here.
Right. So you have to instill. Yeah. You have to and then we speak English. Yeah. So that's the hard thing to constantly try to duck Creole in there.
Because definitely, unlike and I envy all of y'all were able to like talk to your parents at some point. Mm-hmm. It was not my situation.
Really? Why didn't you jump in? I'm sorry.
Fucked up. It was a whole mess.
Damn.
Okay?
Really?
So, yeah, we weren't, and I was gonna ask that too. I was like, you know, you wanted everybody to give their input, because I was hoping you weren't assuming that
I did assume
we did it by the
book.
Married.
I did. I assumed.
That man became my mentor because we went through some shit.
Got it.
So yeah, we were dating. They were already pissed about the dating because I'm in school. They were already like, boys. And then in the midst of all the drama, we ended up getting pregnant. So just threw a whole thing.
Okay, got it.
So we're that relationship is just now starting to restore itself. Me and my family. I've been completely, and everybody's in Maryland for like years. So once becoming pregnant, it wasn't. It's a whole thing.
Oh yeah, don't mind my mouth. I'm sorry. I'm very
It's a whole thing. No, it's a whole thing. But just envision. I didn't get to tell her. She figured it out. They wanted one thing. I was like, scared, crying. Went to clinic. Us crying. Spoke to somebody that I actually trusted, and she was like, nah.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to do. You called me for a reason because I went through something. Totally different person outside the family. And she was like, I don't care if I have to fly you to Florida. We going to take care of this baby together. But go talk to him and see what he want to do. Told him, he was like, you ain't going nowhere with my baby. We going to figure this out. Right. Yeah. That's how that happened. So we kind of just were over here. And I left home. So long story short, I didn't have that. I didn't have... I went through both pregnancies by myself, C-sections by myself.
I'm sorry about that.
Just isolated, right? Okay. So I always like feel away when I'm like, dang, I don't speak Creole. You don't speak Creole at all? I speak it, but I can't talk to them. Sam is really, really, really Americanized to the point where he's around it, he can hear it, he can understand it.
Yeah.
So if I want to talk some shit, he'll like understand it.
Of course.
Okay. But he doesn't speak it, so they don't get that in the house.
Yeah, but you guys have to try.
So, I tried.
Yeah.
And then I let her, like, I'm hoping, like, okay, social media, she gets exposed.
Facts. Yeah, gets exposed worlds. Yeah, social media be trying. Exactly.
She's in it, right?
But I think that's a really great thing with the social media and, like, just the epidemic of being African now. Yeah. Because it's because y'all know it was different for us back in high school and stuff like that. So, like, with now, I know... First of all, Corey is proud to be African, and I know that I have, of course, I have a part of it, but her dad as well. Yeah. That's the one thing I can definitely say. It's good. Like he introduces a lot of the African aspect. Like he tried to learn Creole and stuff like that, things like that, so she can learn how to be proud and stuff. Yes. Even to the point where she calls her dad's side regular, and then she calls us African, and she calls herself African. So it's like. You have regular. Sorry, she's like they're so. We African over here. Yeah, we're African regular, whatever. Shout out to her for that. But I really do believe that you have to instill that African culture, even if you're just not just. Even if you're American. Sorry, I didn't mean to say just. More than that, especially Black History Month. Power to the people. Hello. But yes, no,
she just had to slide that in.
I really do believe. And then plus, what's going? You African?
Her family would.
Right, go ahead. Best friend thing. Yes, best friend.
So my mom was born in Florida. My grandfather moved them to Nigeria when she was 6. Okay. So they missed the whole civil rights movement and everything. So they were kind of when they came back, they were kind of confused because they were like, we're in boarding school with a whole bunch of white people.
Right.
Yeah. So they were born in Nigeria, Uganda,
Isn't Kenya?
And then I have some family who lived in Kenya. Okay. So some of my cousins are Nigerian. And then my father's from St. Vincent, so I'm Vincentian. EJ's dad is Haitian, so he's American.
Oh, so there's a lot of culture going everywhere. Yeah. Okay, so you're good.
Yeah.
Right.
You're very cultured.
Yeah, you're all the way good. Yeah, you're all the way good. But definitely urge you. Wow. definitely urge y'all to instill some African culture because that's the wave right now, and it should have been the wave, but definitely like they need to learn another part of Black history because that's Black history, like,
and especially for us who live in Virginia and West Bumblefuck.
Yeah, that's a big fact.
They got good schools and all.
That's
my
a big
child should
fact.
not be coming home asking me who Martin Luther King is.
Like, what are they doing?
Don't know who. Oh no Martin Luther King, but don't know who Harriet Tubman is. Don't know Malcolm X. Don't know.
So are they teaching? Because I don't teach it.
They don't teach
You know they don't.
Listen.
Wait, so they're trying to say that it's all history?
Like
I
it's
had a whole
MLK.
fit.
That's basically it.
MLK is it.
That's it. Yeah.
They don't
And
teach
that's only
them.
because it's a holiday, probably.
To let you know why you're not.
We'll tell you why you're not going to
school.
school.
Wow. They don't.
Sis.
I mean,
That's good
honestly,
to know.
I don't remember being taught anything.
I don't
about,
think
and so
I remember
took
that
Mr.
much.
Smith
I do, 'cause
Yeah, African American.
I cried like a baby.
Hey,
I
Mr.
thought
Smith.
I was, like,
Hey,
doing
Mr.
the best
Smith.
for my kid.
He was
And then
fine. I
found
could not
out
forget
they're
his
not
class.
teaching you.
Yes.
Damn.
Mr. Smith.
Where
Hey.
you at?
He's still there too.
I gotta do a
Okay.
whole nother.
Facts. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all are such a. I love y'all for real. Like, no, seriously, for real. All right, I can't. I just have too much. But I'm just gonna. I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna snap. We're gonna have to cut this down. But yeah, I just want to ask this because it's really funny to me. What's the I want to say ghetto. I'm gonna have to say ghetto. But what's the craziest / ghettoest thing you had to do as a mother?
Oh snap! Dang, you already. Wow. There's a lot of stuff we be like finessing.
Yeah, you definitely have to finesse.
Your whole life as a mom is
Whole lot of thinking faces going on. Damn. It be like that.
Every day.
Think about it, like it's some.
My
It's
son is with
Whole lot of
everything. Like,
things.
he's like, what you need me to do, mommy? Lay
So
low.
Asada.
He like, all right.
So I don't have.
We talking
I
about
should
the
have thought of the
struggle
story
or
myself.
what?
Yeah, I'm talking about like, you know, you have to sacrifice, you have to, like, it's a lot of stuff. Even just rent mine. So it's not the most because I do a lot of shit. I do a lot of stuff sometimes, but we were driving, me and Corey this is when I was picking her up back to come with me permanently, right? So, okay, so she had to pee on the way back, right? She had to pee on the way back. So, you know what I'm saying? She was just like, this is just like literally the tip of the iceberg because we can go low. She was like, Mommy, I have to pee. And I'm just like, can you hold it? And I'm like, because she's like older now. So I'm like, you should be able to hold something. Right. She was like,
Right, oh, you can hold it down.
Right, honestly, let's go a little further because it's dark outside. So she was like, no, I can't hold it. So as we're, you know, like I had to stop on the side, you know, like I had this random bowl with me or whatever. So, you know, I was just like, Corey, don't do this. Like, don't do this on a regular basis. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
We're having to talk to
like,
them.
you have to talk to them
this is
because
a
they're like, but
one-time
why?
thing.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to throw some stuff out of this bowl and have her pee. And the
Totally normal for me in my childhood. I remember
not
being
ghetto.
all the time.
yeah, so that's why I said it's the tip of the iceberg. It's nothing. Right, it's normal stuff. But things like
My
that.
mom used to call it drip dry.
Okay.
Oh,
My mom used to call it drip dry. We're going to drip dry. Like,
Right.
if we ran out of tissue, she'd be like, we're going to have to drip dry.
oh, okay. Okay. I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it.
Drip dry.
I'm definitely here for it. That makes a lot of sense. But does anybody have a story? Nobody?
Thank God I have a boy because
boys
we
are just
pee outside.
Oh yeah, they're
Like I had people like
the car doors open. This man walked by. He was just like,
yeah. For girls, it's
I know you
harder.
serious.
Like you have to
Mind your
hold their legs so they don't.
Yeah, you got to.
You gotta like. I make a seat.
I know. Like,
I'm dead
my gosh,
serious.
you
Like
gotta-
I would make a seat for her so she does not pee on because they don't know how to. They don't know how to squat for real. Yeah, but
If he don't want nothing to get on, I'm like,
but yeah.
you don't need to do all of that.
Yeah, it's just this. All right. So the last question I have. Oh, it smells like food. Oh, yes. Perfect timing. All right. So how do you stay fun, sexy, and entertained as being a mom with just time? You know, we don't have time for a lot of stuff, but we're less than 33.
Yes, 29.
Oh, okay, less than 30. Oh yeah, so we
Shit,
we're
I'm
still
gonna say
20.
all of y'all came in here looking good today. Very
Thank
beautiful
you.
women.
Yes.
Yeah, so
You know
y'all
what
ain't
I'm
never
saying?
got answer. You feel me?
Yeah, because a lot of the times, right, you a little shoulder out. A little shoulder. Yes.
Because Monday through Friday when I'm at work, I look crazy. They be like,
oh no, I look crazy at work.
I be like, look, ain't nobody here.
Honestly. But yeah, so you feel a lot older when you have a kid. You know what I'm saying? And then people look at you crazy. Like sometimes they don't invite you because I'm like, oh yeah, I thought because you had a kid. First of all, you're crazy. Give me some time.
If I want to go,
and then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? But how do you stay sexy, like within yourself, like to feel like you're judged, like right? You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta feel like something. You said masturbate. I'm here.
Okay, I was gonna say that, but I was like, how deep would it go?
I have to anymore.
Masturbate is so healthy.
Yeah.
I look at myself in the mirror.
And being vocal with your partner about what you need and when you need it and how you need it.
And don't be afraid to date as many guys as you want to. Just be
honestly,
you're a mom.
I know.
Yeah, like
and they like that you're a mom too.
Yeah,
they do.
These guys,
they do.
They love them some mothers.
Wait.
It makes you
It does, but does it make it a little like, are you obsessed with my kid more so than me? Like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, they do like the kid a lot.
And it's like, I don't get that. And that's why dating's so weird.
It's a little weird.
I don't know.
But you have to understand, honestly, but you have to understand that besides like some of the crazy shit that people do, you have to understand that your kid
is a reflection of you.
Yes. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because EJ, even though I've met him a few times, like I legit love him through the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm struggling with that.
You have to.
It's like we love a man in a suit. Men love a woman that being a nurturing like a mother.
Yeah. It's a fact. Yeah.
I was just gonna add. I'm gonna add on to what she just said. Like, cause one of my men, he really likes like moms. Yeah, he was.
You're weird.
He was into that, but. It was just because of that,
it's a nurturing
aspect, and he needed that, so it was kind of that thing.
Didn't like that.
Yeah, some men are weird. It's okay,
that's
but
weird,
you're
bro.
weird.
Like,
It's weird.
That's fucking weird.
It is weird. But all right,
masturbate
boy.
to say sexy. Is that
masturbate, go out with friends.
Yeah,
I try when I go out. I try and
show some skin.
Yes, you know I'm here for skin.
Speak freely about motherhood.
Yes.
Yes.
Be comfortable.
Yeah, you have to be comfortable.
She makes me feel sexy.
I'm here for the sexy and brunching.
No, but that's really important because
it is.
Like even for my mom, like watching, like you kind of look at how they went through things. For my mom specifically, I watched her just like give into the mom role.
Yes.
Just be the mom. She'd take us everywhere. Like y'all don't never go out just y'all.
Honestly.
Why don't y'all just go out?
Yeah.
We gonna be here. But when we actually leave this house and it's just you.
That was my mom.
Facts.
I feel like your mom stays sexy though. Your mom was always.
My mom was bomb. I think that's for me and my grandma. Yeah. So for me, my grandma's like 60 something.
That's your grandmother?
Yeah.
Yes, your mom.
She had my mom young. She had my mom young, and my mom had me the same time that I had Corey. So not the same time, but you know what I'm talking about.
We know what you mean.
It's weird. But I think for me, the reason why I'm able to stay sexy or be confident is because my mom and my grandma are that they're that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're that. Like even when my mom was going through stuff, whatever, like she just exudes it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she exudes it, and that's what always like I can always see that. Like I don't care what is going on. Like I'm still going to look the part.
Her lashes right now.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like
and the lip gloss is
thank you. But yeah, so I'm still going to look the part. Like moms need to be sexy. Like they do. Like why are you a mom in the first place?
And what did I say? I said, do we have to look cute?
Right, exactly. Yes, you do. You need to look cute because we about to have pictures. Like we're moms, but we're not dry. Like
hello. Like I hate that. I hate that.
That's dumb as hell. Yeah, that's dumb. But yeah, stay sexy.
Stay sexy, San Diego.
All right, this is the last thing. Okay. I promise. I'm putting it down. All right, so the last thing is, what is the most rewarding thing about being a mommy?
Oh there's one.
You can start first.
Pick one.
Aisha, sorry.
Wow.
I know.
It's a bliss. But
keep it short.
My son just how he looks at me. Like I could be struggling and he'll look at me like I'm everything. So Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like that. I'm gonna keep it simple like that.
Dang, I should have started first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback off. I'm a piggyback off of that. Like I feel that way as well. But also, my son is my blessing. Like
Yes.
he has like made me be more like assertive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Say what I want, what I need, and like
Yes, absolutely.
Without him, I would be like a very like complacent person and just be like, all right, this is good because that's how my parents are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, like now that I got my son, I'm like, no, I want more for me. I want more for my son. And then I keep in mind is like the woman that I'm becoming and that I am. I want my son to date that kind of woman.
Yes.
Say that example. How do you follow up on that?
I'm here for it.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
Oh snap! I got this one. All right, so
Right.
deeper from like all of those things.
Yes.
Right, because it's a list, right?
So we're just gonna piggyback.
All of those things.
Clearly.
Picking back off.
Uh-huh.
But you get to like break generational curses.
Yes.
Generational
trauma. That was on the last page, but I couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
Next show.
Back
Yep.
like, oh, your mom did this to you. Why are you doing this? And then you're watching, you're just like, oh snap. And me and Kyla's relationship, oh my God. Like me and Liam, we're like he's like his dad, like I said. When watching me and Kyla, I'm really big on like having a mother-daughter relationship that I didn't necessarily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So just watching that,
and it's
like,
literally
and then
different when you're talking
me.
to your mom like as a grown up.
Yes.
Yeah, because at that point, sorry to cut you off at all, because I'm just now getting to a point where I can talk to my mom about majority everything. You know what I'm saying? And I want Corey to tell me things like willingly. You know what I'm saying? Like I was scared. Like I told y'all, I was scared to go home. It's not their fault. It's just the way that we're culturally, designed.
So I can see from both sides. Like, exactly. I do that even within the marriage. I can see from both sides of everything. And same thing with my parents, especially my mom. But like the fact that I get to like
do it again,
like, remix that joint, and like it's working, and like all the stuff that I'm taking from me and Kyla's like relationship is just like I watch it and I'm like, damn.
Yes, it's amazing.
Crying, you're like,
yeah, it's amazing.
I did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I love that feeling of like, and then just leaving this legacy, and then having her feel like she can come talk to me, all that stuff. But
absolutely,
that's real big for me. Just
definitely
remixing the situation.
Love it.
For me, for someone that didn't want kids, it's his like authentic reciprocity. Like he always gives me what I give him. So he's not to say because that sounds weird, but boys love their moms. Like they love their moms. So just being able to like not do anything and be loved by a little human, it's like I don't have to do too much. You love me anyway. Whatever I do, he's with it. Like if I turn on some music, he gonna dance. If I'm reading the book, he gonna read. Like and just having.
Meanwhile, I have an attitude over it.
Like total temper problem because I have a real bad temper. That's a whole nother thing. But just being able to get what I didn't expect that I wanted. Like he's the perfect plan that I did not plan for.
Yes, God.
So that's the most rewarding part.
The perfect plan that she did.
I kind of want a boy now after she just said
that.
Like
they
really, I hear that.
They
really.
But for me, I was scared to. I was praying that I didn't have a boy because with all the stuff that was happening though,
it was a scary time.
it was a scary time to have a boy. Like I mean, that's when social media was like peaking, and of course all the stuff was happening already with boys and stuff. But that's when you could really see it. Like these boys are being killed for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I was terrified. Like I was praying to God. I'm like, I don't know what they're. Girls can go through things or whatever, but at the same time, like these boys are just. It's so scary. Like when my brother calls me, I pick up. I don't care where I am. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter. Like I'll be talking to the president and I will pick up the phone for my brother. Right. Well, the first before.
Yeah, not the
you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Obama because of course
we're not.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't get through.
Sorry,
he can't get through.
Right. Well, actually, hold on. So but that was a scary time for me. But as time progresses, like. I can see that, boys and their moms, like even seeing my brother with my mom, it's like I ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's amazing. Yeah. But sorry, go ahead.
But just to piggyback off everything they just said, and then to see myself and my daughter, I didn't have the best relationship with my mom. So it's also an opportunity for me to heal my inner child at the same time.
Yeah. Facts.
Okay, psych major.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity. It has been the biggest opportunity for me to hear my inner child and work on my relationship with my mother, and then just see her be a star, like just to see her be her authentic self. And you know, you're really like you have the biggest imagination when you're a child. You know what I mean? And just to feed that energy and allow her to feel confident in herself, and just be that person to continue to feel it, like that's the best feeling to me as a mother.
Oh, can I add something to that?
Yeah,
please, because I'm still thinking.
Another thing that
I saw the thought.
That I'm when you said
the thought on your head.
Can I hear myself?
Yeah, it's on.
I hear it now.
Okay. How you said generational, like to break those. Right. I don't know if any of your parents ever did this to you, but they don't apologize when they do.
Child.
Yeah.
When they get a point when I'm having a bad day and I'm like, Trayvon.
Yes.
I be like, you know what? I'm so sorry.
Yes. So important.
I didn't mean that.
That is
but
so
I want
important.
him to know that it's okay for mommy's apologizing.
That is so important.
It's okay.
I'm owning up to. I'm being accountable for my actions. I needed to be the same way.
And their level of understanding, and you teaching them at this age,
It's
oh
my
yes.
son to tell me like, Mommy, you really hurt my feelings.
My daughter says that all the time.
I received the worst news in the world.
Right. Honestly.
And baby,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I did not mean
Yes,
that.
that's the worst thing in the world. It's the worst thing in the world to feel like you hurt your child's feelings. Oh my God, they be trying it.
I love you. He's like, but I'm mad at you.
I'm still mad at you. But
I'm sorry.
And the understanding of that concept is what it is. Correct the situation.
Yes,
they get it.
Absolutely.
They get it.
Oh, I needed this.
Their emotional intelligence is at like an all-time high.
Yes.
Age, so.
I'm trying to remember what the question was.
What's the most rewarding?
What?
The most rewarding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't got to do nothing because my show is my question. Nah. So the most rewarding thing. All right. You got to restate the question. Nah. The most rewarding thing as far as having Corey as a daughter is literally seeing who I was. Yeah. That's very rewarding, especially having your parent. When my mom will stand in the corner and watch us, and she was like, I was like, was I like that? She was like, you don't understand how much you were like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, seeing pictures, and it's like, yo, that looks like Corey. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really rewarding to kind of be like you said, with the inner child. Yeah. It's like, I can see why Corey's so frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were frustrated, and you were told, like, don't speak on it, or don't, you know what I'm saying, like, don't say this, don't talk back, don't this. No, Corey, tell me how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because I said so.
Type situation, but it is a child's place because you're putting them in those situations. So it's like with Corey, like, I talked to her like, okay, we're going here. How do you feel about that? Like, do you want to go here? Regardless, you're going to go.
Listen.
But I'm going to sit here and tell you you're not blind to what you're going into, because, I mean, this is not your purse. Like, this is a person. Like, this is a real person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, like, I'll ask her, do you want to go here? Like, I need a babysitter at the same time, but you're going here, this and the third. If you don't like it, tell me. We're not going there again. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I remember how I felt in certain situations. Like, it'd be times where I would go somewhere and, like, the babysitter would say, oh, you're fat, or you're this, you're not, you know what I'm saying, things like that, and I would keep it in because it's like I couldn't talk to somebody because I know that this is the only choice for my mom, or this is something like, you know what I'm saying, you're thinking about somebody else. But what is more rewarding to me is to see Corey as me, and to know that I needed to have those freedoms, outlets, work on my talent. I see her talent. I'm going to use that talent. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? It sucks when, parents know their child's talent and they don't embark on it, or they can't.
They want you to,
you know what I'm saying? They want you to be something else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that's where they excel.
Actually happy.
Right. So me seeing myself in Corey, because she legit is me, is very rewarding.
Okay, so since I'm the last one,
all of what you guys have said, but just thinking about yesterday, actually. So all week, my kids and I have been stuck in the house because they've been super sick, flu, crazy. So naturally, all I can do is try to love on them, try to make them feel better. But one thing is always that moment within the chaos, of course, because they're still toddlers and babies, they're still screaming, running everywhere. But in the midst of that, in that moment when they just want me, they don't want the toy, they don't want the iPad, or they don't want, this and that, and they just want me, and they just want my attention. Yeah. It's like a feeling that I cannot explain, and they just looking at you like you're the best thing. Yeah, and I'm just like, come here. And you just want to lay on you.
And so magical.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
like they just get quiet.
It's like a peace. It's like they're at peace and they feel safe. Yes, and that's what I love, for them to feel safe and just be in love with me. So that, I would say that's definitely the most rewarding, just having that moment, because they're going to still be kids and run wild and everything's going to want their attention, but they have those moments throughout the day where they just want mommy. Forget daddy. They don't want daddy. Like, they just want mommy. And they like crave my attention. And those the times where I'm just like, it was worth it. Like, you're worth every second. And I don't know. Yeah, I can't do nothing. I'm just like, here I am. So yeah, that's definitely it.
That's definitely
dope. All right, so you got it. Clearly, we love being moms.
That was nice.
Clearly
I mean,
shout out to y'all because
thank you.
No problem.
Yes, thank you. Shout out to
you the man. You the
no
man.
problem. I mean, I definitely
but
like this conversation because, like, for me, I don't really have that relationship with my mother, so it's interesting seeing how you guys talk about your kids and all of that. So it's definitely something that I was looking forward to. I was just looking forward to this perspective, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, we're the silent thugs in the world. Yes. So everybody, can you guys put like your platforms or anything that you have going on? So everybody can know what to look for, who to look for.
Well, I got quite a few things. So you can catch me on Instagram at It's Ashley Hardy, and that's HARDIE. You ready, girl? So I do, like Moyati said, I do branding and marketing. I actually have an event coming up called Create Your Style. Actually, Miss Moyati will be one of my panelists during that. It will be in June. We also are starting a new platform for parent entrepreneurs. So if you are an entrepreneur, if you're a parent, it's not just for moms. I wanted to include everybody, because there's a lot of things just for moms, but I wanted to be inclusive of all parents. So that's called Parents with Brands, so stay tuned for that. Like that. And you'll be hearing more information. All right?
Yes. I'm Moyatu.
Go ahead. Wow. Okay. I'm Brittany Sophia. I'm the co-host of Mama Soul Talk. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud. We took a little break, but we are back. So please listen to us. Give us your thoughts, your perspective. We talk about shit like this all day, every day, at least once a month. My personal Instagram is Brittany Sophia, and please hold me accountable because I'm trying to start a brand this year and a blog.
We got you.
Yes, please. So it's perfect that you're here as a consultant. I'll link up with you after.
That's always the plan. This is always the plan, to bring different people around each other and talk to each other and network.
Yeah, and I just want to thank Moyatu. I feel like you brought the perfect group of individuals together and the balance, and it's a natural talent that you have. So blessings.
Thank you.
I am Courtney Edwards. I am founder of Mommyvated, formerly known as Modish Moms. We could get into that at the next episode.
Yes.
I also have a brand, Nina and the City, on Instagram, and I also have a blog called All the Feels, which I eventually would like to make into a book. But I am a mompreneur. I love my 501c3. It's my baby, just like Micah is my baby. I put a lot into it, and I'm super excited about this rebrand. And I have to thank Moyatu for letting me come in and just connect with you all. I'm all about connections. I'm all about pouring into other women. So if you ever need anything, let me know. I'm big on events. I'm big on community. So let's get it. Let's get it.
Yes. All right, so I'm keeping it short and sweet, piggybacking off of all of y'all. But I'm Liz, aka Royal Beauty. You can find me on Instagram at Royal_BEAUTEE. I do have to close my eyes when I say it because it's a lot. And then you can go on YouTube and find me as well. I'm a beauty and lifestyle vlogger. So I do that. That's my regular spiel, but I'm a mompreneur.
Oh,
so
shit. She got 10K followers.
So I got a whole rack of shit going on. I'm busy, but I'm a mom and wife, obviously. So I vlog everyday life, and I'm trying to do more events like this, do more speaking engagements. I found that that's a passion of mine. I actually like to go and like speak and talk, and I got a lot of stories and a lot of stuff that I've gone through in my life personally that I feel like is my anointing, if you will, that I will be able to impact others some shape, form, or fashion. And so I'm planning to do a lot more dig into that this year. So if you ever need a speaker, you need somebody, a panelist, whatever, please feel free to hit me up because I want to do more of that this year and touch women that have gone through things, men, anybody who just can relate or feel me from even just being an African child and going through it. So yeah, got that going on, vlogging, beauty, lifestyle vlogger, like I said, and that's about it. But yeah, follow me and see what I come up with next.
Facts.
Yes.
I'm regular.
You are not regular.
Is this who? Okay.
She's a mom.
Come on.
Basically, y'all got I work a 9 to 5.
Do it.
Talk about it.
That's
Shit.
amazing.
Good
It's
enough.
hard as hell. It's hard as hell doing this stuff. It's hard as hell.
Well, I am an artist, so
She wasn't even trying to promote her art.
I'm a mom. I'm an artist.
Yes.
I'm a mom. I'm an artist.
Never regular.
Never.
You're right. Okay.
And she can
That
sing.
might be your brand.
No, that's
regular.
No.
Oh, that's Brittany.
No.
Wrong sister.
Shout out to Brittany.
Nah.
I thought she could sing. Oh, you can carry a note.
No. But I'm an artist. I do want to get into actually like teaching like painting tips or wine glass etching classes, things like that. Yeah. But yeah, my 9 to 5 is I do conferences and I work with speakers. I actually just came back home from being in San Jose at 1:00 this morning.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, man.
Looking good.
Yes, I appreciate you.
What's regular about that?
Right. She's humble.
No, that's very
Humble
it's crazy
flex.
because people feel like when we do creative stuff that's like that's the end all be all, but yo, that 9 to 5 shit is hard. It is. That's this whole nother entity. Honestly, nah. Go ahead, Aisha. Sorry.
My name is Aisha. I'm a mom, artist. You can follow me at my art page, Seeing Through My Eyes with the Z instead of an S. I am an advocate for my son. He has special needs, so I am, a
As
super
a
mom.
other than no other.
Yeah, so I try and be an advocate for that, share awareness to people in general about special needs because it's not really talked about a lot. So, so I'm getting back into my art. This was really, I took a break when he was diagnosed in 2017, and I started getting back at the end of 2019. So, yeah, just getting back to
Love it.
myself.
Yeah.
So he was diagnosed with autism in 2017. So yeah, there's other things that are going on that we're trying to figure out, but we don't really know exactly. So
Just a simple fact if you guys trying to figure out is the biggest step ever. Yeah.
But, yeah, that's me.
All right. Well, once again. Yeah, what?
Yeah,
I
I got
puzzle.
these done last year. It was in like Hagerstown. They were having at a tattoo parlor a fundraiser, and they were really cheap, and it sold out within like an hour.
Oh, that's so.
So with the autism, it's a puzzle piece, meaning like finding the missing piece, basically of like. And I wouldn't want to say there's a missing piece. It's just being more aware of because they're not stupid.
No, they're super smart.
They just think different.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
Girl, y'all are amazing. No, seriously, y'all are amazing. I really appreciate you guys coming out to sit with us. It's far sometimes. Well, you live in Germantown, so you are.
I mean,
but once again, like, we really appreciate y'all coming, and it's not easy getting grown women who are moms, who are, you know, real live people, to come out and spend their Saturday with either strangers or somebody you just never met before. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate y'all, like, being vulnerable, being real, being like 100% yourselves. I really hope we can do this more often. And this conversation always needs to be had, because we're like I said, the silent killers. Like, we just do what we do because we have to do what we have to do. You get what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all. Mommies do need mimosas. Yes. And next time it's probably going to be a little harsher. Yeah, food. So we about to eat. Yeah. We're wrapping it up. I don't know how we're going to cut this video or whatever what we got to do up, but yeah, it's going to be up some way, somehow. Thank God. Right, that's the time that we did. 2 hours. We did 2 hours and 40 minutes. God. Wow. Yes. So
I live an hour away from here.
Honestly, so yeah, I got stuff to do today. We're gonna close it out with DJ Power and get some food. This is Free Talk. I am Moyatu.
I'm Denzel.
Thank you once again.
Yes, sir.
All right,
DJ Power, take us out.